Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semifinals for Merc Esports on this beautiful Saturday night. As you can tell, I'm hyped up. I hope you are too. My name is Ghost. Along with me, I got my friend Malice. We're gonna be the caster for this game tonight for DP Hellfire. Playing again, ladies and gentlemen, and they are up against Stano Swell Krakens.
The current standing of the teams, DP Hellfire, is 8-2 for the regular season, putting them at the second seed of this tournament. Following up with the SS Krakens, they are it was 8-1 for the previous team. It's 7-2 in this one, and they are currently in the third seed. Now, the interesting thing about this is that DP Hellfire has beaten Kraken in the regular season before, taking a 2-1 victory. However, the match can still go either way, as SS Krakens is the only team known to have taken a game off the current top seed.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of these two teams, let's introduce the players so you guys can have a firm understanding who we're talking about. For DP Hellfire, we got Fifi in the top lane, Rico in the jungle. Check your mini map in mid, Attila, 80 Carat, and Moonlight rounding out support. And for SS Krakens, we got Gabe Zilla in the top lane. Jungle, the only time you're going to hear me say his full name tonight, Gank Me Daddy.
Excuse me, can you say his name one more time? I didn't quite hear that one.
Okay, you already making fun of me. All right, one more time. Gank Me Daddy in the jungle, Spaghetti in mid, Busby in 80 Carat, and Snow Razor rounding out support.
You know, I recognize a couple of these players. A few of them have been around for some time. Fifi is a really interesting player, as he has been the org owner for Galaxy Gaming, which has recently merged with DroppingPoint. Now, the DroppingPoint Hellfire team, DP Hellfire, is a team that consists of 3 different organization owners. The first one, as we discussed, is Fifi, followed by Attila, who is the owner of Hyperion Gaming, and Rico, who is the owner of DP Gaming. Rico and Fifi are now the co-owners of DroppingPoint, the DroppingPoint Esports.
Hey, man, I like how you was trying to say that so hard with a straight face, and I understand.
It is a word salad. It is a lot of things coming out of my mouth right now. And they say when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. And right now, I am confused.
It's all good. That is all good. Well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is semifinals for Merc Esports. It's going to be a best of 3 tonight. It is either sink or swim. There is no coming back. If you lose, you're out. And both of these teams looking to continue their warpath on to try to get to that finals, to try to win that championship. You know, man, Malice, what are you expecting out of this? Because I've at the games I watched DP Hellfire play from not only here in Merc Esports, but a different league also. Their bot lane is pretty scrappy. Top lane, just depending on the matchup, if they give Fifi something that can duel pretty well, like a Renekton in the top lane. It seems to be more action packed mid, and it's kind of like a scale fest. And I wouldn't say snooze, but more like a scale fest. I don't know, man. But what are you expecting from this match?
I'm expecting to see a 2-1 victory in favor of DP. And before you call me biased, I'll explain exactly why. So after speaking with the teams, what I have gathered is that both teams have a preference to be on red side, or the red side selection. Because side selection is with DP this game, and they have chosen to take red side, they now have the advantage in draft by having 3 counter picks available, barring any flex picks. This is essential to the victory for DP and their battle plan, as both teams have admitted that the reason why they want red side is so that the top laners can get the counter pick into one another, as both players have significant counter picks available in their champ pools. Now, I will disagree with you on the comments made about the mid laners, as I heard that the mid laners are also a lane to be looking out for. The mid laner, check your mid, has... Check your mid. Sorry.
Check your mini map. It's okay.
Check your mini map. My attitude there was mid. I apologize. Check your mini map has been known to have a very strong Akali, which could be a priority pick for them. Well, not a priority pick, but could be a substantial pick for them in these upcoming matches. A very aggressive, very dominant pick that can have a lot of control over the map. Furthermore, Spaghetti, the mid laner for Stano Swell Krakens. I'm going to call him SS Krakens. That's a lot easier. He is known to have a very strong Galio, which can be a strong counter into many of the control mages that are devastating the meta right now. And so for these reasons, I think that the side that gets the better matchups, which is typically going to be the red side, is going to be the winning side in this series.
Man, all I say is it's gonna be very interesting. And hopefully, checking minimap can show me something different. Because from what I've seen, he hasn't really been playing the Akali. He's been playing mostly control mages, and granted, he's been very good in team fights. But most of the action has been on those side lanes. But I think the X factor here for DP Hellfire is gonna be Rico. But for XS Kraken, I've actually haven't gotten a chance to cast one of their games, so I'm glad you had the information because I sure didn't. But I guess I'll be the mid guy here. So it's all good. All right, I cry about it later. But man, I'm hoping that Attila and Moonlight they surprise me this game because for DP Hellfire, their bot lane, even though they fight a lot, it's been very inconsistent. It's either they win super hard or they get completely ran over. So hopefully, it goes in their favor for them in their case. And just letting you guys know, I'm just always say this every time I cast. I'm pretty sure you guys get tired of me saying it. Even though you hear me roast, even DP Hellfire, even though I'm from that org. I am non-biased. So any and everyone could get flame and thrown at them. I don't mean literally like toxic, but
What he's saying
I'm a
is y'all can get
flamethrower.
it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I am going to be biased for a minute here, as I do have some comments to make about the bot lane. I am very familiar with Moonlight as a player. She's a player who I have worked with in Glacial Globals in the past and a variety of other teams and have some extensive history with. They are a pretty phenomenal enchanter player, and when we consider the matchup that Snow Razor typically brings, being a long-range artillery pick or control mage, I believe that Moonlight's going to have the advantage here. This is because even if she falls behind, the utility offered by her champions are going to have a greater value. This means that her win condition is simply to not lose. She doesn't need to win, she just needs to not lose the lane. Whereas the opposing support, playing these aggressive mage picks, have to get a lead for them to have value.
Well, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just keep your time occupied as we are waiting for draft to come up so we can actually get the main event of the show on the road. Because I know you guys didn't come here to listen to me and Malice talk your ear off, but you might be entertained. I don't know. I say some crazy stuff. I don't know about you, Malice, but I don't know. I mean, I call myself one half of the Cancel Bros for a reason.
Well, I can be known to say some fun things too, although we're not particularly here for me. But if we were, and if there was a salary, I might be dropping some bars and some freestyle for you. Fortunately, you don't have to endure that today.
He said bars.
Oh.
Okay, I see you, Malice. I see you.
Ghost, Malice, and Bibu are production. Okay, they're explaining who we are. It should already be established. They know who it is. I'm not gonna start talking like that. That's not me.
Oh my God. Hey man, the door's right there. No, I'm joking.
I'll see myself out. It was nice knowing you.
Hey man, it was a nice 15 minutes, bro. No, I'm joking.
All right. At this time, we are seeing the links come up. I'm looking at the roster to ensure that there haven't been any last-second changes. As we oh my God! As we spoken earlier, Moonlight is subbing in for the regular starter of the sport, regular support starter for DP Hellfire. Whereas it appears that Stano Swell Krakens is showing up with their original starting roster.
Hey man, it's all good, brother. It's all good. Don't worry. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's his first time. We just rocking and rolling, baby. Hey,
it's
I can't
first
see the chat, but get my man
here,
W's.
not my first time.
Oh my bad. First time here rocking with me and the rest of the crew here. So welcome aboard, Malice. Glad to have you here, man.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, as like I said, we're waiting for these drafts to come up as it's looking like we're about to get into it pretty soon. So I'm curious to see how the pick bans are going because actually, as you spoke about with check your mini map in particular, I believe that Akali is going to get banned from him more than likely because that mid laner Spaghetti he typically playing where he plays Galio, but he also for the most part he plays a lot of mages. So I'm not sure if DP Hellfire wants to put and not DP Hellfire, sorry, SS Kraken want to put their mid laner in jeopardy like that and allow check your mini map to get that Akali pick. Another ban I think he's probably gonna come out for it in terms of DP Hellfire. It's banning away Bus Bleed's Kaisa. That's actually his most played champion for this split, probably even for the year. So I can see that coming out in that first rotation to make sure you don't get a hold to that. But and maybe that, and I think the first 3 bans will probably be Kaisa, maybe Lilia, possibly, and maybe one more support ban and
Admittedly,
out of DPL Fire.
I'd be surprised to see an ADC pick. Right now, with the recent changes, there has been a shift in power in the bot lane as they had nerfed Kraken and they have nerfed Guinsoo's Rage Blade, meaning a significant. No, it wasn't Guinsoo's. It was Static Shiv. Sorry, I'm stand corrected there. So Kraken and Static Shiv have nerfed a lot of the ADC hyper carries, such as Jinx and Kais in the bot lane. They're still strong, but they're not as dominant as they used to be. Furthermore, ADC role as a whole tends to not be the game deciding pick. That doesn't mean that they can't carry the game, but that there are a lot of other options that are equally viable. Whereas the other lanes tend to have the facilitating picks that enable the ADC to do what it's wanting to do. So a better strategy would be to eliminate those facilitators rather than targeting the ADCs themselves. The only case with it, the only chance, oh my God, the only situation where this might not be the case would be in a scenario if they do have a substantial amount of game and comfort on a particular champion, such as Kaisa, who is full of mobility. If I had to make predictions about who's going to be banned, I think that we're going to see an Aurora ban. I think we're going to see a Camille ban. I think that we are going to see probably some flex picks bans, such as Brand would be a great one right now. And we might also see Moonlight's Seraphine get pulled away, as Seraphine is one of the top performing supports in the bot lane and something that Moon has a 57% win rate on and a relatively high KDA in comparison to our other picks. All right, looks like they are ready to start the draft.
Yes, sir. Everybody get in there. Everybody see whose predictions come true here. As we're just waiting for them to get their last little nicks and grannies out right now, so they're going and get started.
Right off the bat, we see the Camille. I called that one.
Yes, sir, you did.
If we were doing pick'ems, I would be getting some points right now. Oh, Leona, that's a solid ban. Leona's one of the best blind picking supports right now. Very strong, lots of utility. And I think the only losing matchup she has definitively is going to be against Taric. We do see a Gwen ban, and I think Gwen right now is a powerful flex pick between the top and the jungle. AP junglers tend to have, there's the Galio, tend to have a faster clearing rate than their counterparts. I wonder if we're going to see a Kali get removed or the Seraphine. What are your thoughts?
I would think it'll probably more than likely be the Seraphine more than a Kali right now, because especially with DP Hellfire, probably going to hold that mid lane later on. Never mind, it is going to be a Kali instead.
And there's your Kaisa.
Well, I got two of the 4 I said.
I got two for Kraken, and I guess I didn't call the Galio, but
I think Galio is going to be obvious if we're being honest
at this point. I
All
do
right,
like
we got
the opening
Ash
with
for
Ash.
B1 for the SS Krakens. So I'm expecting that to be at the 80 carry position, but it can be flexed over to support.
There's a flex pick. So they take the flex as they're blind, and I'm gonna take a counter pick. They take ADC here. That's my guess. If I were drafting, I would take ADC here.
I would too, if I'm being honest. But if all honesty, I feel more like that brand pick is going to be going mid 9 times out of 10. Granted, both Rico and Minimap can both play it, but I would think they'll probably want to put Minimap on his more comfort pick since after a collie, it quite literally is brand. And there's the Nautilus coming out, and for SS Krakens along with the Nocturne.
Ooh,
So we're diving, baby.
that's a catch composition.
Yes, sir. We're diving.
I'm interested what's going to be picked here. Seraphine's got great synergy with EMF, but if Moonlight plays any tanks, it's a phenomenal counter to get into the Nautilus. I think that's going to be the Amumu jungle. Brand's not looking to be flexed between the mid and support here, but Brand jungle is now off the cards.
And I will be surprised if that's actually would be brand support because Moonlight is a more of an enchanter player than actually like a mage player. So yeah, I think I will. Like I said before, I'm pretty sure I'll put my money on brand going mid here.
I would have to agree with you, but as they say, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. There's a first time for everything, and this might be the time to make that Brand go to the bot lane. Although I think Ash Nautilus is much stronger than Brand MF.
Yes, sir. I believe so too. And because they held the support pick, now Seraphine is going to get banned. They're going to pay the price for that one.
It's possible. Let me go pull up Moonlight's champ pool real quick.
For a Moonlight, there's still a Nami available along with the Lux. Granted, I don't really like Nami with Misfortune against Ash Nautilus. I think they'll lose that. That's a losing matchup.
I would agree. You could take Janna, but Janna doesn't have a lot of synergy with EMF.
I mean, I can see them taking Lux, but the problem is they already have Brand here too. You don't necessarily want to pick Lux with more APs. And there's a Nami coming out. Yeah, with counterpick holding on for top lane. Gitano, we're in game 1 right now, big fella. Okay, SS Kraken's gonna take the Renekton and the Orianna. And granted, I'm used to seeing Renekton on Fifi, so I wonder what he's gonna respond with that counterpick.
I'm assuming it's going to have to be some type of tank. They have an absurd amount of damage. We might be seeing perhaps a Malphite or some type of tanky lockdown, such as Cassante. Although I can't say that Fifi plays that.
I mean, Ornn would look great here, but there's the Rumble instead.
They go all in on the damage by taking the Rumble. They got lots of AoE. They're looking for a Wombo combo comp with the disengage on the Nami, the Amumu ult as the engage, plus with Rumble, MF, and Brand all looking to win that AoE fight. I think they have a very powerful deletion button, but if they lose the Amumu, the opposing team's going to have free access into the backline.
Man, this game is looking to be hopefully be a kill heavy one. Mainly around because SS Kraken is gonna be kind of like hanging around for his Nocturne to like get 6 first, where they start really doing a lot on the map, especially with Ash too, so to be able to actually pick people off. But granted, DP Hellfire with that top lane, that lane is gonna be something, and I'm pretty sure both junglers gonna be trying to path their way up there. I think bot lane is pretty much gonna be weak sided for both teams.
I'm not so sure. Nocturne's definitely gonna be looking to get I'm predicting he's going to power farm to level 6, while Amumu's going to be looking for a level 3 gate to try to get the early tempo. Judging by these team compositions, though, I think SS Kraken is going to be the favored team to take game 1. What are your thoughts on that, Ghost?
I don't know. I think this can go either way because my thing is with this draft is how we just like looking at it on paper. I think this depends on like, okay, can we get Rumble ahead? I think he's pretty much the de facto on this because Misfortune, she's gonna press even if you kill her 3 times, she's still gonna just press R and be able to knock a lot of your team's health bar down low. Brand again presses R and just looks at you all as Pyroclasm just bouncing from everybody, and then passive just detonating on people. But that Rumble, is he gonna be able to land good equalizers? He's gonna be able to help them finish up those kills. I think that's the X factor. That's why I feel like even though on paper you will want a Nautilus to be able to power farm and get to level 6, I don't think this game you can really afford that. I think you have to shut down that Rumble early.
Nautilus power farm?
Not Nautilus, sorry, Nocturne. Sorry, Nocturne. You know what I meant though. But yeah, you have to shut down that Rumble early. So I'm pretty sure Fifi's 9 times 10 probably gonna walk to this game Ignite Flash, and Renekton's more than likely gonna be TP Flash, and Rumble's gonna be looking to fight early to try to get that lead, especially with Amumu trying to path his way up, and maybe even there's a good chance he might even, if he's trying to really cheese that lane pretty hard, he might start red side and probably might do a 2 camp gank. That depends on how much you want to cheese. Now, granted, I think he'll probably go blue buff red or blue buff Raptors and up, just try to get up there quicker. But I digress. I think that's the X factor for DP Hellfire. On the other hand, for SS Kraken though, in all honesty, it depends because all they really have to do if they really want to win this game, again, shut down Rumble, but at the same time, make sure that Orianna stays in this game, and so she can be able to get in those positions to actually make that shockwave devastating for that team. Because for the most part, that team is fairly squishy.
Oh, they absolutely are, and that's the reason I'm giving the advantage to the Kraken is because they do have a lot of burst potential. They have a delivery ball system that makes Oriana's combo very easy to execute, and they do win the smaller skirmishes through their pick potential. If I am the SS Kraken team here, my goal would be to utilize a split push to split up their team, as you don't want to fight them 5v5. You're not going to win 5v5, but if you can split them apart and give them pressure on the map by having the tempo and an early lead, you will be able to pick them apart and get the game closer and closer to closeout. I don't think top is going to be the focus point in this game, at least not for SS. I think their strategy is going to be on the bot side of the map, where they have lots of CC from Ashe and Nautilus, an engage option from Nautilus, an engage option from Nocturne, and the ability to follow up with the Orianna ult combo on the Nocturne. As for DP Hellfire, their greatest advantage is going to be in the top lane, and so Amumu is going to want to spend some time early getting Rumble ahead, and then trying to help protect the other lanes from that Nocturne invade, from that early pressure from the CC that Ashe, Nautilus, Nocturne, and Orianna all have upon their counterparts.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the game, we're going to go to a brief intermission. Go ahead, take this time out now. Go get your snacks, get relaxed, kick your feet up, because we got a big time game one on our hands to be able to set the tone and got that tempo for this series. As DP Fire looks to try to take game one from SS Kraken. Or would SS Kraken win? Who knows? We'll see. But make sure you stay around so you can find out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're into game 1 of DP Hellfire versus SS Krakens. As we're looking to see who's going to take this game 1, baby, and set this tempo for this series tonight.
All right.
I don't know why I'm so hyped up. We're just like in the first minute, man. But
like
speaking of, go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
It's gonna happen all night. It happens. I was about to say, it looks like we got a 5-point defense on the part of DP Hellfire, and SS Kraken was looking for a topside invade, which got caught by the 5-point defense. For those of you who don't know what a 5-point defense is, that's where the 5 members of the team spread out and cover the 5 entry points on their side of the map.
All right, well, like they're gonna be spotted out on that top side as SS Krakens look to move back down. Nocturne's looking to start in that blue, and Moomoo's probably gonna start on that blue side too, possibly, but he's just chilling mid right now to see. But either way it goes, DP Hellfire should see if they get that wards on that Raptor. And they don't see anybody pass over, so Moomoo is gonna start on that red side like predicted earlier.
Hopefully doing the 3 camp clear. Going to be going Raptors into red buff and the Golem into a topside gate. Because Nocturne seems to be starting bot side, I wonder if Moomoo has that information and will be looking to an invade after the top, or if he'll be looking to reset to immediately contest the bot side scuttle before going into a bot side clear.
All right, well, of course, everything's going to be a little tame for right now. Got a little poking in mid from the brand. I know that for the people that was here when I did the intros, Gemini James is check your mini map. He's just on a different account right now. But as far as mid lane is concerned, oh, never mind. Like, we got a little bit of action, even though the Misfortune gets level 2 first. Misfortune Nami, they're gonna lose that trade out because Nami walked up 2-4 a little too fast there and got hooked by Nautilus and just took some free damage.
Nami can make up those trades with using her, what was it, her heal, right? The W, that's the heal.
Yep, the ebb and flow. But that's the actual name of it, ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. The thing is, though, is that she's gonna have to waste a lot of mana to pull and make that one happen. But the issue is just the bot lane of SS Kraken just taking free poke and they're just eating it. So she's gonna be able to get that heal and also get damage down. So that trade really means nothing now. Now with check your mini map, man. I need you to hit your skill shots, brother. You missed 2. Hey, he loses that trade pretty hard. He might actually be forced to back in a second if Oriana can actually get more pressure and walk up on. But the thing I was looking forward to is Forrest checking minimap because he's on one of his comfort picks. It was Brandon Akali, so I'm curious to see how he's gonna play this one out.
I don't know if you've caught it, but there was an interesting play that happened to the top side. Nocturne ganked me. I'm just gonna call him gank me. Look to possibly invade to the top side and gank top lane, but decided against it and is now recalled and is clearing his bot side right now, giving a Moomoo the tempo and the clear path. Moomoo is sitting at level 4 and is done with his full clear, having taken a total of 7 camps, while Nocturne is still on camp number 6. Utilizing this tempo, we see a Moomoo ganking the bot side right now.
And now we got Nautilus. He's got to burn that flash. But a Moomoo is able to get him. Oh my, that W comes out. So is Azaz come on a Moomoo. Now Nocturne is here, but his teammates are not going to be able to help him. I don't know why he walked up. But, like, no one's going to die. And Nautilus is going to blow his flash. And Azaz and no sums used on DP Hellfire. One thing I want to point out, though, is that top side. I did say that I was speculating that Rumble was going to come up with Ignite, but it seems both sides opted for TP. And that trade earlier, I don't understand what Renekton was trying to do with trying to fight Rumble inside a massive wave of his own. But, you know, I guess everybody has a decision maker. His brain burns that TP to get back to mid lane. And that slow push is building up in top side for that Rumble.
I wouldn't fault the Renekton too bad. Many top laners about Diamond and below tend to struggle with the concept of playing around the rebound, and they focus on trading and thinking, oh, my champion is strong, I'm going to fight here. And this is where we see the #1 cause of mistakes in the top side. Beefy's doing a phenomenal job here by waiting for the rebound in a wave before he takes too many trades, utilizing his range advantage to take chip without committing to anything.
I will say though, for as the looking for trades, I can see Renekton looking for trades, but he has to be smarter about it. He's got to do it if he's gonna do a trade when there's a mini wave like that. He has enough fury to actually get an empowered Q so he can heal from it. As we got a fight going on in mid between Brand and Orianna, just a little bit of trading with Nocturne showing up. Make sure you know, hey, show face, hey bro, back off my mid laner pretty much, get back under that tower. And we got that flash from Rumble, is forcing the flash from Renekton. He's gonna drop that ultimate down, but Renekton is gonna make it out alive, barely. And we got another fight going on that bottom side river. It's gonna be a 2-on-2. Orianna coming down to help. Ash coming up. It should be a kill. And for SS Kraken, if Orianna first blood going over to SS Kraken, like Brand's gonna die too. He does flash. One more auto attack. He's down, along with a Moo. And that misfortune, she should be fine. But that Rumble is gonna die too. It seems like everything's falling apart for DP Hellfire. This one little 30-second interval.
That was a explosive early play that was definitely quite frustrating to watch if you are a DP fan. The targeting there on the MF, she walked by the targets that were available to her, trying to get to the kill that was on the lowest health. Let's go roll that back real quick to see just who that was. It looked to be she was going for the Nocturne, but ended up getting overextended, then CC'd by the Nocturne before being forced out, resulting in a +2 play for SS Kraken. Looking on the top side during that interval, Renekton was able to score a kill on the Rumble.
I will say now that she's making it hard to be professional sometimes as we're looking to catch out Bus Bleeds, force the flash. Nami with the Q to bubble and make sure to try to lock her down. So now that Ashe has no sums. But it's a matter of we're looking at items here. Even though all that happened, it doesn't really feel like, oh, never mind, let me stop talking, because like Nocturne's getting picked off, never mind, he's gonna walk out. But back to what I was saying, even with all that first blood for Orianna, it's not all that bad for Brand, because even though that happened, she opted to go with a tier also, which for Orianna's regular day in the office. So they're both really sitting about equal in power with that lost chapter. So it doesn't have too much to worry about if he can actually manage to get a CS lead and possibly try to poke her out. Try to use those minions to get more poke on her with trying to get that passive down on a minion and trying to get an E over to her from that. Try to get a little poke down. Now granted, this top lane though is unfortunate what happened there. And now Rumble only has the faded Ashes. He's getting engaged right now. And with that Renekton also having 2 long swords, he's going to have good comp. But it seems like Renekton's still losing their trades. He's trying to engage on them.
I think you're correct there in the mid lane. Great astute observation as I spit out some more buzzwords here. But you are correct. Bran is equal in power to the Orianna, and so if he wants to salvage this lane, he needs to get an advantage before the next reset.
And well, bye-bye Rumble. Bye-bye. If anybody familiar with basketball terms, if familiar with that phrase, mouse in the house, that means a mismatch. As Renekton went dominant, and he just engaged in that Rumble along with a Nocturne. Dies for it. A second death over the Rumble, another kill over from Renekton. Sorry, kill to Nocturne. As Amumu looks to gank mid, as he gets his ultimate down, they get the stun, the chain CC, Brand gets the kill. Ashe almost falls to misfortune ultimate in the bot lane.
We're now standing at 9 minutes into the game, 9:30, and the score is 5-1 in favor of SS Kraken with a gold advantage of about 1,300. For context, that gold advantage is the equivalent of about 4 kills, which is representative of the current score. Furthermore, we see that SS Kraken was able to secure their first dragon, putting them 3 dragons away from securing the Dragon Soul buff that we hope to see come in play around the 45-minute marker, if I'm counting right.
All right, well, around that, and probably saw around that 25-minute marker, but now as he's able to walk away As the Ash try to fire ultimate and try to save his life, blocking for the rest of that team. He almost got picked off in that tri-bush. Man. The more I look at this lane, the more I just feel sad. Because now, brother, that is a Clapper Warhammer along with Mertreads. That Renekton is going to be able to take on that Rumble by himself quite easy. As he's almost about to die again. But there's no more slice and dice, so he can't actually be able to finish the kill. Man. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but this game, you only got a 1K gold lead. Rumble's forced to use the ultimate to kill that wave.
Ghost, if you were DP right now, not Dr. Pepper, we're talking about Dropping Point Gaming, what would be your plan to come back from this position?
If I am being quite honest with you, attack top lane. Attack top lane, send Brand up there with him. Try to get a 3-man going on. Because if you're I wouldn't say you're a complete win con, but if your X factor is quite literally that Rumble, he falls out of the game. It's gonna hurt a lot when it comes to team fight, because it means all you just basically relying on is two ultimates. Which they're looking to kill that Rumble again. Speaking of him, he's forced to flash away. Like if we're picking Rumble if we're gonna pick Rumble, expect it to be strong sided. Because Misfortune Nami, they can play on their own. They'll be fine. But we picked Rumble and we're not helping them at all. Like I don't understand this, especially like when he's the one you need to have this for DP Hellfire. But they're looking to dive this Ash. Mumu misses the bandage toss, but he hits the ultimate on her as we got a teleport coming in from Orianna. But it doesn't matter. Orianna gets a nice ultimate down, but it's still minions, so it doesn't matter. Nami gets the kill.
Ooh. That was impressive back and forth there. As you saw, Orianna was able to capture 2 of the different targets, but they were not taking turret aggro at the time, resulting in both of them walking out of there alive, and a +2 play for Red side in this case. DroppingPoint Gaming, DroppingPoint Hellfire. I gotta get that right.
That's all good, man. Welcome to casting one of their games, man. I smile whenever I say that name half the time, because like even when you say a DP fan, I was like, all right, most people watch here are grown men, and I'm a 27-year-old casting the game. We all know partially where our mind went, but it just look like it's gonna be a Dragon 4 SS Kraken. Is Gank Me Daddy is gonna be one to finish that one off.
What was his name again? Can you say it for the audience?
Oh man, brother, come on now. You're starting to sound like that meme that everybody has, that Kanye West and Jay-Z song, brother. You can't say it, I'm black, I can, but not here. I'm messing with you. But yeah. As like Nocturne's gonna be evading, but they're gonna be able to spot it out. That Paranoia comes out and he's gonna engage in that on that Nami. He's gonna flash out though. They're looking to re-engage. The Brand's gonna go down. That shockwave comes in. Oh, and Misfortune's gonna be able to take a life, but it looks like Crocodile's gonna take hers instead too. As like we got big business in that blue side jungle. As we got exchange for life for gold, 2 down for DP Hellfire in exchange for 1.
Big business buster Renekton coming down with the TP play. He's gonna stun you, lock you up, and he's here to slay. He's here to stay. With the score going up now 7-4 in blue side's favor, SN Kraken maintains the lead. 27,000 to 21,000. That's a 2K lead. They have gone up 700 from the last score check about 5 minutes ago.
And 700, and about that much they have went up and actually gonna ult the Rumble. Don't understand why. It doesn't think here, but it's okay. We got a flash hook onto the Nami. She almost loses her life, forcing the Ash to walk away because Rumble drops the both of them. Nobody's gonna die though. Everybody's gonna walk away scot-free. All right. Well, it was SS Kraken. They're gonna start on that Rift Terror halfway done. Well, I would expect that DP Hellfire knows they're there. Yes, they do. Now they hit that Scarring War. Oh, they're gonna go looking for a fight. Misfortune, she's gonna make her way down. She's gonna be a little bit late. Mumu out though, and Mumu's gonna get that Rift Terror as Brand puts down that Power Class on it, as now being made his boots, and along with Nocturne dying alongside him.
Ghost, I think those boots were made to walk in because they were just forced to walk back to base. To the base. I'm going to stop here. While we're ahead, the Rift Herald just got dropped top lane. They are going to try to take that tower, getting the first tower on their side, and hopefully closing the gap. As we stand 15 minutes into the game, both teams now have a tower. The score is 7-6, and DP Hellfire has successfully, not significantly, you could say they significantly closed the gap, but they have successfully closed the gap, actually leading with a 100-point gold lead.
Oh, and Nautilus, oh my goodness, he is deep back there. He's trying to make some picks, but we're going to see this. Everybody else is going to be able to walk away because Nautilus doesn't have any teammates near. And yes, sir, Kingsley, we are still in this as, oh, never mind. I might have spoke too soon as the Rumble is getting walked on. He thought he was going to make a barbecue crock, but not. Instead, we're eating rack tonight. Alrighty, well, Rumble has been sipping. That's a sipping. He's been sent FedEx Express 1 day shipping to that gray screen back to that fountain. Is he gonna be back on the map 20 seconds later? But with no significant objectives on the board at the moment, it's not gonna be too bad. Granted, they're gonna lose a good amount of HP on that T1 bot tower. Brandon be able to respond.
Renekton just got out of there on some big back business because he was hungry.
But look like you said hungry he is. Man's gonna lose it. He has no songs. And like, we be able to trade? Almost. But Renekton's gonna be able to make it out of there alive. Brandon's down that gray screen too. Unfortunate. Tragic, baby, tragic.
No worries, if you are DP Gaming, what comes up must come down, so there's still a chance for a turnaround. We see the Rumble now going after Renekton, passing to Ghost, because I'm not here to steal people's jobs.
Oh, man, still my job. That's going to be a hard one, man. I'm already... But, oh my, Fifi, what are you doing, bro? That flash is not going to... You're not going to do anything with that flash, but Nami's going to get a game. That misfortune coming. It doesn't matter, though, because they were able to walk out of it just fine. And now Rumble has no ultimate. It'll be crucial right here as that great shockwave comes in for 3 people. And now we're going to see Misfortune go down along with the Rumble. And now the Moo. But he's going to take Nautilus alongside him. Woo. Alrighty. Up as drag's coming. That should be a free drag over to SS Kraken. Now Brandon, he's going to go over there, clear up that mid wave. Man, this game is something. As we say that, DP Hellfire is back into this, but they managed to knock themselves right back out of it. Being down about 2,000 gold again.
SS Kraken had successfully taken that team fight. They're now utilizing the window created from that to secure their 3rd dragon. They are now on soul point. This means the next dragon that they take, which will spawn at 23 minutes in the game, will give them the soul if they are able to get it. The soul gives a powerful buff to the team that receives it before spawning the Elder Drake. This means we can see an Elder Drake at 28 minutes in the game, or perhaps 29.
I don't know. My issue with that, I have a big issue with that fight though, because if Fifi he didn't try to go for that extra thirsty play down bot lane, trying to catch the Croc when, in all honesty, he wasn't gonna be able to catch him. Like he was already out of there. He never used the ult, like the flash, whatever. But the ultimate is the important part. That fight there in the jungle, that changes. It becomes catastrophic for SS Kraken, especially in that choke point. But unfortunately, the Rumble, he just didn't have it. And now he possibly might die again if he keeps trying to walk up to this Orianna. He's gonna just walk off. He's gonna get this tower. Yep, there's the recall coming in. And SS Kraken looking to just take control of this and run his Baron pick. As they see the sad mummy, they're looking to take his and draw ultimate. And Brand's gonna get that kill onto Nocturne with that passive, but the bit bad Croc's gonna take some lives with.
Blue team's turret has been
It's looking like this rat on the dinner plate. Rumble is just not having a great time. Fifi's not having a good game here. 0-5 for the Rumble. Man, it's gonna be a struggle.
as I said, what comes up must come down. There's an opportunity for them to turn this around. We are seeing, despite the losing... What was that? Despite the losing fights that they've had so far, the most successful fights that DP have been able to have has been those surrounded by their ults, utilizing the Amumu. If they can get another 1 or 2 more of those fights, I am confident that an opportunity will present itself.
In all honesty, at this point, they need to be trying to take fights in choke points. So around these objectives, if they can get to the river first for, like, for example, Dragon when it comes back up, or if they can control some vision, which is going to be incredibly hard to do, especially when you're behind and there's an Ashe on the enemy team that makes matters worse. And they have a Nocturne on their team and a Nautilus, so you can easily pick people off when those ultimates are up. It's going to be a tall task for DP Hellfire to come back into this game, but we'll see. I mean, we've seen throws happen. I mean, pro on down. They're looking to pick off the Nocturne, but he's going to walk away scot-free.
I want to go ahead and take a look at the vision in this game. As we look at the different vision scores, we do see that they're relatively comparable, although it appears that SS Kraken is placing more wards from their supports and from their ADC. I would imagine that this vision advantage that they have been able to maintain perhaps might have been why it's been difficult for DP Hellfire to find those successful fights.
And
Slow it down.
And speaking of those resources, you take a look at the gold too. Even though, oh, never mind, Brand looking to die. There's a shockwave and that paranoia, and Brand is onto that gray screen. See you later, homie. We'll miss you for now, but see you when you get back on the rift. Well, back to what I was saying though. As far, even though we see this almost 5K gold lead building up, and for SS Krakens, I just want to point out that the gold individually is relatively similar aside from now mid lane, because Brand just dying there. It was fairly close, but now he's down almost 1,500 gold. But also the bot lane, Misfortune is actually up almost right at 1,500 gold over to Ashe. Now majority of that gold lead is actually on that top side, with that Rumble being down almost 4,000 gold. To show you that they were attacking them and they see the fruit of their labor. Even with items, it's rough because Rumble's sitting on that 1.5. Meanwhile, as we see the Croc, he's already halfway through his third.
I think if
he's going to be extremely hard to kill, especially with that Eclipse and the stairs gauge too.
Your DB here, you're definitely trying to avoid fights with Renekton. As you pointed out, the majority of the gold advantage from SS Kraken is on that Crocodile. The remaining 4 players are relatively comparable, meaning that a 4v4 skirmish might be what it takes for DP Gaming to get back into this. However, it does not look like SS Kraken is wanting to give them that opportunity, as they're now playing aggressively for the Baron, looking to elevate the game and possibly move towards closeout. The score stands currently 17-8 in favor of SS Kraken. DP Hellfire is able to secure their first Drake of the game in exchange for the Baron, which furthers the gold lead by nearly, looks to be 6,500 gold in favor of SS Kraken.
Well. It seems like that for DP Hellfire, if they can't seem to find a good fight to be able to get themselves back into this game probably gonna be coming to a close pretty soon. Well, but I will say the soul is still on the board, but the likelihood of DP Hellfire being able to get that, I don't know. It just honestly depends if they're able to get to that river first. Because looking at SS Kraken, their vision, they have just maybe like 1 ward on that bottom side, like Taurus around that dragon. But they still have an Ashe, so they should be able to scout out and what may be coming their way when that dragon eventually comes up.
I'm not sure they need to go for the dragon. But if they get the dragon, it puts a risk by putting Elder into the game. And with the lead that they have right now, they might be more successful leveraging the Baron, taking the towers where they can, and trying to elevate the game state.
Alrighty, well, 3 ultimates suspended for DP Hellfire on that bottom side, but here comes our angry and get it somebody yet, but Nocturne said, don't worry, buddy, I'll come in, I'll finish the job, and now Slice and Dice again for the Renekton. That's gonna be 2 down, looking for a 3rd, but Gank Me Daddy is now ganking that gray screen as he's gone down. And now they're looking to chase the Croc to try to make a belt, and the Moo lands the bandage toss, but Brand can't land his ability. He's gonna go down, but it doesn't matter. The sad Mummy can finish the job and make a sad Croc now added to a clothing apparel. And as Misfortune and a Moo, it just look to clear waves now. And that's 3 people stripped the Baron for SG and for SS Kraken. With the Ash and the Nocturne and the top side, which I honestly don't understand why they split pushing up there while the rest of the team is on the bottom side of the map. But hey, you know, I'm not judging. They're winning. They're getting the job done, I guess.
Certainly an interesting strategy as we see the big cock Croc get his vasectomy and cut off of the game and sent back to base. That is certainly a phrase that is a disgrace and helps me lose some faith. But we do see that they successfully defended the side if you're a DP Hellfire, and that mistake might have been what they needed to rebound in the game. However, if you are SS Kraken here, you're not sweating bullets just yet. You still have a 9-kill advantage, and you're still up nearly 6k gold, 1 dragon away from Dragon Soul. There are a lot of different angles that they can take to take over this game.
Different angles they can take over this game with, indeed. But mainly just for them just not throwing the game like that. Granted, they killed people on DP Hellfire. They got 2 kills, maybe 3. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head, even though it was just moments ago. The issue is, they're ahead. You don't want to give over those kills for just ridiculous reasons. They really didn't have to fight there, but they pushed the matter, and even the Renekton tower diving. But granted, he killed the one of the 2, but he lost his life in the process. And with that Ash arrow going wide, he's gonna miss that run, but he's gonna be able to walk around and try to clear that wave on top side. And he just has to drop the ult on that wave to clear it. But man, that's the easy way to throw the game, man, and give back gold to DP Hellfire, which they'll be happy to receive it.
You know, mistakes happen all the time. That's how I was born, but I'm not torn up over that play. If I'm SS Kraken, I'm thinking sometimes a man has to do what a man has to do, and he had to see that play through. He committed to it. He saw the opportunity. He went for it. It smacked him in the face, but he's up and he's ready to go again. He is not going down.
Oh my lord, we got the Wombo. As that top side, Nocturne ulted that Paranoia, look for an engage, but Moo able to get that bandage, tossing that Oriana, get that massive ultimate down for the set the stage for that for the Brand Pyroclasm and the Misfortune bullet time, baby. And 3 goes down for SS Kraken, and now it should be a free dragon over to DP Hellfire.
That is what DP Hellfire is looking to utilize, is the combination of their ults. We saw, how many was that? 3, 4? I think it was 4 ults that we saw there. We saw the MF, we saw Moo. I think I saw Brand and Rambo as well.
Rumble ultimate was not used. He didn't have
Rumble
it
was not used. Okay, so that was just with 3 of them, and they were able to take a 3-point lead, or 3-kill lead, call it a 3-point, as they got 3 kills and 0 deaths. And then utilize that window to secure a dragon. They're now at 2 dragons, just down 1. 2 dragons away from the soul, which could be a turning point for them. Right now, we are now 30 minutes in the game, or 29 minutes in the game, close enough to 30. The score is 20-14, with a 5k gold lead in favor of SS Kraken. SS Kraken is currently up 2 towers, relative 5-3 in their favor, whilst tied in the Void Nubs 3-3. The next objective coming up on the map is going to be the Baron in roughly 10 seconds. We can expect to see some action soon, and in anticipation for securing that objective or defending it.
Man, this game right now, it could go either way. Even though, do not let that gold lead for SS Kraken fool you. They still, and you gotta remember that DP Hellfire still has a better team fight. This goes back to what I said earlier doing pick bans. when we was talking about team compositions, man. Even if Misfortune ahead or behind, Brand ahead or behind, it does not matter because Brand Ultimate is passive to go along with that. To be able to get those explosions off and set people ablaze. Pyroclasm is a strong ability. Misfortune Bullet Time, extremely strong ability. That is not gonna matter that much as long as Rumble is able to be in it and be in a fight and be productive. They should be able to take those fights. A Mumu Ultimate, like, come on.
I mean, you're absolutely right. Now DP Hellfire is playing. Oh, and we see a DC from Rico on Hell. Yeah, let's just say Hellfire drop. I got all three of those words jumbled up in my mouth. Hellfire dropping point. Their jungler has DC, but as I was trying to state earlier, DP is playing towards their win con, which are these 5v5 team compositions, or not compositions, 5v5 team fights, whereas we're not seeing SS Kraken play to their strength, which is utilizing their pick potential and their small skirmishes. Throughout the earlier half of the game, within the first 30 minutes, DP was able to build those advantage in those 1v1s, those 2v2s, there's 3v3s, and their ability to maneuver the Nocturne across the map to create an unfair advantage in team fights. But as we're getting...
Well, sorry to interrupt. As soon as we on pause, we're back in the game. We already have an... And there's gonna be multiple people going down. 2 down already for SS Kraken. Misfortune with the bullet time. Looking to take down. Oh. Ahead of the freeze. Am I the only one?
No, you're not the only one. I think at this moment.
Okay, I'm all right, man. I was in the zone right there. And they should know. Oh, pause. Okay. Don't know what happened, but whenever this gets back on the road, and now we're back already. And now Misfortune takes down the clock, makes another pair of boots. Maybe Louis Vuitton, maybe Yves Laurent, but it doesn't matter because the robot's gonna go down to Orion dead at ace over the DP Hellfire. They look to come back into this game.
This is a phenomenal opportunity for DP Hellfire. They just scored a +3. They have a window that they're going to push to take a tower. I believe they're looking to take a second one, and perhaps they're going to fall back to Baron after that. If they're able to successfully do so, the gold gap will be successfully filled. We see 8 seconds on the timer before Nocturne's back in the map. Nautilus has already got up running towards them, but it did not stop DP from taking the inhib. I see Anami going for a recall, followed by the rest of her teammates. The 2 plays that are going to be available on the map is that Dragon has spawned. Has it? No. The timer is off. Dragon will be spawning soon, probably within the next minute, while Baron is currently on the map, once again being contested. If you are red side here, you're waiting for those super minions spawned by the inhibitor to create pressure on the map so that you can force them to fight you at an unfair number advantage or concede their towers and base.
Alright, and it looks like now we're at that point in the game where I was mentioning Forrest, if you were SS Kraken back when we was talking about team composition, you want that Oriana to be extremely strong. This is the moment where she's gonna have to shine because we're approaching that point in the game where that damage that DP Hellfire is going to put out because the SS Kraken didn't close the game out within the 20 to 25 minute window, even possibly like being like nice 28-minute window. DP Hellfire is able to get items and now be able to actually do all that damage in those fights. We looking at Brand. He's already has the Rabadons, Leandris, and Blackfire. Along with that Misfortune, be able to slay the Croc, having that Lord Dominance Regard, Essence Reaver, Bloodthirst, along with already, I'm assuming she's building it. Yep, I'll be right. In Infinity Edge, she already has that BF sword and a crit cloak. It's gonna be a rough one for these guys. Even Rumble now, sitting on that Shadow Flame and Leandris. So that ultimate, that equalizer is gonna hurt. Especially with SS Kraken, for the most part, their biggest damage dealers to actually take over these fights, mainly being Oriana, of course, because the Croc ain't gonna be diving, but he has to deal with a Mumu. She's gonna get cooked alive. I say cooked alive, but granted, she's a robot, but I digress.
We see DP Hellfire now approaching the Baron. I believe they have confirmation that SS Kraken was looking to take it. They might back off and handshake not to take this Baron right now as we look for the dragon that spawns here in 4 seconds. However, it seems that SS Kraken is retreating to the base to clear the supers, giving way for DP Hellfire to have priority access on that dragon.
Oh, and not turn. He's gonna go with the ultimate. He gets this steal and soul over to SS Kraken, but doesn't matter. But Rico's gonna go down to the Croc, and then look at this fight. It's gonna be going crazy. Oh my goodness! Look at the SS. Gonna take it back, 4 down. Nami's running for her life, but they're gonna make sashimi out of her. Oh, never mind. I lied. Oh, there she's finally dead. We got an ace over the SS Kraken and a crazy dragon steal to get sold by that Nocturne.
That might be game. There is a 20-second timer for SS Kraken to try to close out the game here. They do have to push through 3 towers and an inhibitor in order to take the game. We now see 10 seconds left on Rumble. Will Rumble be up in time? I believe so. But that was a substantial play for SS Kraken, gaining a +3 advantage and Dragon Soul.
Yeah, this shouldn't be game. Rumble's back up. He also has Equalizer, so it shouldn't be game. As the 3 members of SS Kraken are gonna be backing off to reset. Now let's get some wards down. So they're about in the same situation now with each other. One having mid inhib down, being DP Hellfire, but also SS Kraken taking that bottom hill now. But that mid inhib should be spawning up. I would say fairly soon, maybe in like another minute for SS Kraken. So they could probably try to hold out and clear our wave or 2, and then try to go get Baron. Problem is though for SS Kraken is you don't want to fight in these choke points, and especially now DP Hellfire is already there to the objective first, and they're looking to set up a kill bush. As he got an Axe ultimate fly up, but he catches the Mumu, and Oriana's gonna get the shockwave down. Nami ultimate, and now we got a bullet time flying. Nocturne is dead, and they're gonna look to try to take the Croc possibly, but they can't at all. There's a 1-for-1 with Rumble teleporting in now.
Well, they were able to push off SS Kraken. SS Kraken did not want any more of that now that Rumble's there with the ult.
And granted, no one has ultimate now except for Rumble. So they would have been pretty devastated if they kept fighting there, especially with SS Kraken already backed off into that choke point. So it would have been an easy equalizer going down to possibly take someone's life.
I think it's a curious move to see the Rumble. Recall there, Rumble has what we call the big stick policy. If you would know what Teddy Roosevelt, he walked around with a big stick to discourage people from taking aggressive action. And in this instance right now, Rumble's ultimate serves as that big stick. Ooh. I don't know if you just caught that, but the game has just minimized on my end, meaning that a winner will be decided here shortly.
Yep. But despite all that, we're still in the game for the stream, so we're gonna keep the action rolling, keep this cash and action rolling for you guys. Ooh, man. So with SG Kraken already, they're posturing around this Baron. Look at the posture taking. They are starting it. Rumble drops down the Equalizer pretty early. It's gonna get good damage down there. Nocturne force them back. But now if they live to fight, they're not gonna have it. So
they still got MF and Brand.
They still do have MF and Brand, but there's a pretty good chance that SS Kraken will be able to actually win the fight against them in that choke point. Because granted, even though they have them both, they still have Noct and Nautilus that can just ult MF out of it. However, bullet time.
That's true. Effectively cutting her damage in half. I will be curious to see where the fight breaks out. This next fight is going to be the game-defining fight. It really can go either way. I see DP Hellfire playing defensively. They're looking, I'm assuming they are looking to get the cooldown off, back on their Rumble ultimate to equalize.
Yes, sir. We got a Baron start over from SS Kraken. They're going to be not trying to put down that paranoia. Okay, a Mumu hops in, but he's gonna die. And now the rest of this DP Hellfire just walking in one by one. They're getting destroyed right now. Misfortune's gonna take the Nocturne, but it doesn't matter. Misfortune's dead too. 3 dead over on DP Hellfire, especially now Rumble is the only one there for wave. Adam and Ash and Nautilus going at you. Sorry.
That's what we call a tactical display. Is MF was able to aim her ult a little bit more to the left. She would have gotten more targets and possibly flipped that fight. However, she is blinded by the Nocturne ult, so I'm assuming there was a level of prediction that was utilized there. It just happened to be off. That was the penalty of shooting blind. First game goes to SS Kraken. With side selection going back to DP Hellfire. Final score was 31-23.
All right, well, that was pretty. I will say a dominant early game for SS Kraken, but started to falter in that mid to late. The game was going back and forth. It could have went either way. A little started to grow a little worrisome at times for SS Kraken. I was wondering how it's going to look far as if DPF is actually going to get completely back into the game. But every time, like it seemed they were getting back in, they just fell right back out contention every single time.
I think it had to do with the number of tools that SS Kraken had in the draft there. They just had multiple different approaches to the game. And as long as they could play around the predictable one-dimensional strategy of the Womble comp, they could find a way to outmaneuver and successfully take the game, which they were able to do. By removing the Amumu early, their team fight crumbled and they had nothing to keep the Renekton from wailing on the back line. Going into game 2, I would love to be SS Kraken right now because even if they lose this next game, they're going to have choice selection for game 3, giving them the advantage for the remainder of the series.
All right, well, and it's looking like that DP Hellfire, they're going to be opted for that blue side for this game too. It's going to be interesting, especially when both teams they favor that red side. So giving over that comfortable setting over to SS Kraken. So I'm curious to see what does DP Hellfire have up their sleeve.
It has to be a priority pick of sorts. There's something that they want to take and deny from the other team. Yet, if I had to guess, I think that it just might be one of the champions they banned last game. We could see the Kaisa being stolen. We could see the Leona being stolen. We might also see another contested pick in the mid lane or in the jungle being that blue side pick 1.
Well, we'll have to see once draft comes around because we're going to throw it over to a brief intermission as we give my voice a little time to actually not be all scruffy and stuff and allow for you time to, go use the bathroom, get you some snacks, get relaxed again. Because again, we're going to go into another draft for game 2 of DP Hellfire versus SS Kraken. Check you out in a moment. All righty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got game 2 of DP Hellfire versus SS Krakens. And we're already into the bans. We got first ban, a Nocturne, and make sure they don't get that in this game no more. Along with Galio, with SS Krakens responding with the Camille ban, and we're looking to see what their next is going to be.
Strong bans already from DroppingPoint Hellfire. Nocturne's a phenomenal band. The reason for this is that he's the facilitator of both Galio and Oriana. And now that they took Galio away too, the only other concern is Oriana, but if she doesn't have a way to set her up, she's not much of a threat. I'm curious to see what that ban 3 is going to be.
Ban 3 indeed, as the ban 2 coming out of Kraken is going to be Kaisa. And the ban 3 from good old DP Hellfire, our boys over there, is going to be that brand ban. And now rounding out SS Kraken, going to have that Akali. We're going to go with B1 Ash. We're going to go with that again, except swapped over to DP Hellfire instead of Krakens.
Imagine that was the strategy for taking blue side, was to deny them the Ash and take the Ash for themselves, who offers a lot of utility to set up the rest of the team. If they're looking to use Fifi or their mid laner, drawing a blank there, as their mini map, check mini map as their win condition, they're gonna want to use the utility off of the ADC there.
And oh Lord, for anybody who has seen me cast DP Hellfire's games, they know I have a history of talking about Lucia Nami versus DP Hellfire.
What is this?
Gentlemen,
team.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like Lucia Nami is DP Hellfire's kryptonite. And we picked Braum into that. I don't like the Braum here because Pearson Light, Lucian's Q goes straight through it. Granted, Braum can block all Anami's on all Anami stuff, but I mean, but granted, it is paired along with Ash, so it's nowhere near like last time they did Ezreal Braum. So actually I like this a lot more for him. It's just a matter of I'm pretty sure I would think if I'm Lucian, I will take cleanse, but then again, Lucian could be flexed over the mid, so we never know. As we were going through these bans, and we already rounded the bans, Orianna Darius being banned by DP Hellfire along with Fiora Gwen coming out of the SS Kraken. But somebody said it right. We got Ice, Freljord on in the DP Hellfire. It's like they're going completely opposite of their name.
Anivia, Lysandra, Volibear? Any of those, please?
Well, I will say SS Kraken, they're going to go balls to the wall because they got that Vladimir. It's going to be coming out of that mid lane for R4. So only thing we're looking for is who is that top, but you never know. Vladimir flexed, so it might be top.
I think that's going to be a mid lane Vladimir. I'm confident Lucian's not being flexed. He's going to be ADC. Lucian with Nami due to the strength of the pairing. Ari's a pretty interesting choice, very strong. Good early trades, lots of mobility to exploit the weaknesses of Vladimir. And then the Renekton blind pick.
Same, and we got the Renekton coming out, and now we're going to see what does SS Kraken have to respond to that. Are they going to come out with a rumble of their own? Possibly, who knows? We can get that. I mean, instead it's got to be a Malphite.
Malphite's a good choice. They have to take a tank in that R5 position, otherwise they have no front line whatsoever, although they have some mobility with Lucian. They need somebody to go in and start the fight. That way Viego can get his resets. That's going to be the win condition. But I think that DroppingPoint Hellfire is going to be the favorite team in this lineup due to how bulky and resilient their team is. They're not likely to give away enough kills early on in a fight for Viego to get his resets, meaning that he's going to have a hard time entering the fight, making it a 5v4 in favor of DroppingPoint Hellfire. My prediction for this game, we're going to see a DroppingPoint victory. The score is going to go 1-1, and it's going to be a 3-game series. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like this game can go either way, but I do like DroppingPoint Hellfire comp a little bit more here, especially when they have the Braum to be able to start fights along with that Sejuani, and he also have a good flanker being Renekton. He'd be able to get to that back line. But my thing is though, with SS Kraken, if Lucian gets ahead, he might be it's gonna be a big problem, especially being a lot of Viego to get resets, and that's gonna be a rough time if that's able to happen, especially with that and the Lucian build with a Black Cleaver and a Bork Black Cleaver, and you got 3 beefy people on DP Hellfire.
I want you to consider this. Braum grabs Knight's Vow, which takes away some of the damage from Ashe. Nobody else on the opposing team, in this case, in SS Kraken, what I mean by that, has the ability to follow up on Malphite. So if Malphite jumps into the back row aiming for the Ashe, Braum is able to reinforce her resistances, increase her damage threshold utilizing Night Vow, and then use his ult to forcibly disengage Malphite off of the Ashe, giving her breathing room. Malphite will then be isolated in the opposing team's comp, opposing team in this case being DroppingPoint Hellfire, leaving with Malphite being isolated, nobody to protect the Vladimir, Viego, Nami, and Lucian. I think that if DroppingPoint Hellfire plays this front to back, or possibly with a flank angle from the Aurian Renekton, they can easily take this match. The only concern they have to be careful of is going to be Vladimir hitting his late game power spike and running away with the game, as they lack the damage to kill him before he can get his pulls off.
I will say this too, even though you do have a point with Malphite Ultimate, granted, you have to remember Viego and Lucian both have dashes that are gap closing. They can get there to be able to help him out, along with Nami being able to also do that and be able to use Tidal Wave. So even though she's a distance back, should still be an assistance in that fight. And granted, it depends on the summoners Vladimir take. He could take, if he takes Ghost over a Teleport, he could definitely be up there with them and be able to actually be of assistance in that front line with that Malphite. So I wouldn't put them out just yet on that one. But as we wait for us to get into the game, we're gonna throw it over to an intermission. So again, make sure you go and get your snacks or whatever, and we'll be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We're on the attack, and I've got my black friend ready to talk smack. Yes, I said that, but I don't care. I'm the man who will try it and dare. I'm not prepared, but I'm speaking off the top of my mind, and no, there's no beat, so I'm not here to rhyme. We see the beginning of the game open up with 5 players on the red side looking for a 5-point defense. We see Viego kind of teetering around where he's going to start. Is he going for Raptors? Is he going for red? We don't know, but we'll find out when he's ready to show. On the blue side, we see 5 players going with the traditional 5-point defense, putting up a fence and saying, hey, you stay on their side, this side is mine. Do not dare cross that line.
Alrighty, rap God out here. We are hyped, baby. Game two. And it's funny, ironically, the black guy is the one not spitting rhymes, but it is the white guy this time. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we got the 5-point going on to the map. I'm sorry, I had to do it a little bit. My ancestors would have rolled in the grapevines, do it just a little bit. But
White, are you sure about that? Are you sure that's right? Because I got flows, I got bars, I keep it tight. I got my aim on sight. I'm not gonna keep doing this, but we see Gank Me Daddy is starting with the red buff.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. This is the ironic deal. Gank Me Daddy is Viego. the chick magnet apparently in this game. But hey, we got a standard start. Viego started on that red side. Sejuani started on that.
Thank you, Kingly. I have successfully taken the tag favorite caster of Merc Academy. Fantastic Academy is taking over. It's making moves. We're making power plays. Just like the power play we're going to see from the Renekton as he hits level 2. Is he going to kill the Malphite or be made into a shoe? Coming to you soon.
All right, well, it looks like nothing's going to happen. The Renekton finally goes to the Malphite. It's going to get a little bit of damage, but it's not. All right, well, best caster in it. I am hurt. I thought I was the favorite. I was too busy trying to get canceled in the past 2 or 3 games I've casted. That's hurtful. I'm joking, but all jokes aside, it's looking like Lucian Nami is going to have to play back a little bit. That Ashe and Braum pressure they're able to put down because Nami is still level 1 is going to be painful.
I don't think it's going to be painful. Because all things aside, Lucian's about to come in with that bot lane pride. I can make a couple bars and lines about that, but we're not going there. We see that Blue has shoved in the lane, looking for a rebound for the bot lane to bring the pain. I see a level 3 coming to Lucian and Nami soon. That's going to be their opportunity to maybe find a boom. For those, that's a real word. It does work that way. It's looking for something favorable.
All right, looking like Sejuani is going to gank the lane. Flash from Vladimir. Make sure you get out the way. As he does a little recall there, just show and be a little showmanship there. Say, hey, you ain't get me this time, mofos. All right, well, looking like we just Sejuani is gonna be walking that top side, going there to try to get that scuttle. As nobody's gonna be there to contest us. Malphite recalls back, and Viego's on the other side. God, now I'm over here accidentally rhyming. I'm not even intentionally doing it. Look what you're doing, man. Look what you're doing, bro.
It's contagious. Not only is it outrageous, it's contagious. It might not be bowling well for DP here, as it seems that our shells, the frost, has melted away, and now we're comfortable, ready to say what we've got to say until we get chewed away. But the score is currently...
And back to the play-by-play. Ghost has something to say, but as I'm trying to look, it's Viego's going back, but Sejuani coming in with that. But there, no, Permafrost landed onto that Viego, but it's going to be a bit of trading that Vladimir walks to the make. Nothing's going to go down from there.
I was worried for a moment there that Gank Me was about to turn into Spank Me as he walked into what was going to be a 3v2, but made the choice to leave before he got a big daddy boo-boo. I can't say some of these things with a straight face. It's just not happening.
Hey, man, from Gank Me Daddy to Spank Me Daddy, apparently, as you was looking for. As that Sejuani on that board is going to turn him into, I can't say that on stream, PG-14, but no. Not old WWF, baby.
PG-14 sounds more like no bastard. Okay, nope. Moving on, the score is now 0-0 at 5 minutes in the game. Both teams are looking relatively even at a 7K to 7.1K. That's a 100 gold advantage in the favor of the red team, which is SS. SS Krakens, so SSK, man. But I'm okay. We're here for them, not for us.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm just looking at the chat. Everybody's claiming to be somebody's daddy, and now I'm just waiting for somebody to just come and gank them. That's all I'm saying, man. But brother,
the Mighty, the coach of DP Hellfire, claims to be Fifi's alcoholic father.
Alcoholic father. Oh no. That means 9 times out of 10 he probably went for cigarettes, but now Lucian and Nami got to back up. The stunt goes down on Nami. But it shouldn't result in any death, and she's able to walk away from him blowing no sums.
I wonder what that's like, the whole cigarettes thing. I've never had somebody disappear faster than the health bar of that Nami just then. Can you tell me what that experience is like?
Man, I tell you for sure, man. Actually, no, that was on the slow side, because mine was gone immediately out of the birth, man. I'm just telling you, I'm joking. All jokes aside, though. Ashe and Braum got a slow push going to that bot lane. It's going to be pushing into that tower. It's going to be able to probably get a play from here and play from this. As Ashe and Braum are building up a nice lead and almost 10 CS above. They were just 10, but like Lucian's able to get some back. As we got the trade up top side, Dominance being thrown down. Like Malphite, he might have to ult away, but he doesn't have the mana. both have flash, but they're gonna opt to not use it, and our Malphite is forced to back. But he does have teleport, so he'd be able to get back to the lane and be able to catch that wave.
Well, I'll say that looks just like a handshake, and things are going swell, and things are going great. We see Malphite coming back to the top lane, utilizing his TP. Oh, I can't talk like that. That's just not me. But
hey,
looking
man.
back at Fifi, I believe that he is going to be able to take this lane.
Bro, I'm just telling you, you ever played Fallout before? Well, we get back to it. Like it's they're ready to get away. Nami had to flash. But yeah, bro, like you ever seen like trailers for Fallout? Like they always had a little commercial going on the actual like the Pip Boys on the TV. You sound like the announcer guy from that for a moment. But we got a little poking going on the top side. Renekton's almost about half HP. We're gonna see both supports have to back, but Nami should be back first. She's already about almost halfway there. And now we're looking at possibly a pick onto the Sejuani, a 2v2. Somebody say, oh, Brugal. As it's going either way. And Viego almost going down, having to flash out, but Sejuani is gonna die. First blood over to Vladimir.
Just to give a quick recap of what happened, we saw that Viego had nearly gotten the kill, almost got killed himself. Ari dipped out, dipped back in, looked to leave again, and we saw that DP Rico went down for the kill.
Oh my goodness, we are on the 80s commercials, baby, right here. As he's bringing it back, he's making me relive some days, even though I wasn't even alive at that time. But I got to see some of the commercials. Granted, I'm maybe on the older side, but I'm not that old. But I fit in my chest. So what am I saying? Sorry, Jatana, I know you're out there in the crowd. I'm making you feel old. I love you too, brother. But we got a little fight. We got a scuffle in the top lane, as that dominance is now coming out. But Malphite still has that. As he's going to be forced to walk away. As the Croc is laying down a law in topside right now.
We could be seeing a potential dive. Looks like.
But Viego's nearby, but I think Malphite went a little too early. He should have probably let him come into the turn a little bit so he gets some aggro, and he's going to go down to the Croc.
That's what we call playing premature. He should have asked Viego to come in with some protection. Am I going to get in trouble for that one? Somebody check with the production team. Oh, all right. So the score, we're now 9 minutes into the game, is 1-1, with the gold advantage being on the red side. SS Kraken leading by about 600 gold. But that does not mean they're necessarily leading in the game, as the blue side, the Hellfire, has gotten the first Drake, which gives everybody, I believe, is it a 3% boost to their attack damage and ability power, which across 5 players effectively neutralizes that 600 gold advantage, which is now 300 as of 10 minutes.
And as it seems, I've alienated some of our audience and I made them feel bad because we got an old thing going on in the chat as the Croc goes on. And it looks like he's going to be forcing them back, but Fifi's actually losing the trade. And I am actually rhyming again, man. I have to look at my good friend Malice, because he literally is influencing this crap now.
I guess that's why I'm an influencer. Follow me on TikTok. That was bad.
Well, it seems like about Tick Nami's talking. She's about to turn her into sushi. She's maybe, she's gonna, Antilla's gonna finish off that kill on Nami, but herself, like Diary of a Mad Black Man all over again. Cause now Lucian gets a kill, and now we're gonna teleport coming down bot lane from the Vladimir. Will the Braum die as Vladimir is diving? Probably Sejuani leg's gonna go though, and now both of them drop. Another kill over to the Lucian, one low to the Vladimir. And we got another scuffle going on the top side. I don't know why Fifi you want to fight that, brother, but Malphite ain't exactly low enough for you want to take those kind of trades. And especially he has ult.
Looks like Renekton does too, although he should be waiting for the rebound and not finding any opponent's minions here. We see the red side utilizing a window created from the bot side team fight and securing themselves the dragon. The dragon score is now tied with a 2-4 score as far as kills are concerned in favor of SS Kraken.
And speaking of that ultimate coming out from Malphite, he's got the ult to try to save his life. Nami comes up for the gank. Both ults utilized by top laners, and Renekton's gonna be able to get out with that slice and dice.
What do you think is Renekton's first item here? I don't remember the exact item that Phil passed, but I believe he's going for a Black Cleaver. He's ignoring a lot of CS here to try to follow up on this kill. I think this play is going to be dead. I don't think there's an opportunity for them to take this. They should be zoning him off and creating space for those Voidlings that will be spawning here in 20 seconds.
All right, well, it's like Renekton's gonna be building that Black Cleaver first, and there it is. There it is. He's coming back with the Black Cleaver. As Nami's trying to clear vision, but Sejuani and Braum got something else to say about it. As it's looking like it might be a 3v4 brewing in this river. As Vladimir's coming up on that flank, goes in. She has the flash out, and there goes Nami coming out. Oh, there's one down. The Fox is gone, and Viego is getting those resets. He gets another one. There's two. And now he's looking to try to get Fifi, probably get that permafrost down, but he's not gonna be able to get the next attack. So it's all not gonna matter for what all DP Hellfire is trying to do. They lose 2, and they're gonna lose 3 grubs. Should be free over to SS Kraken.
Very unfortunate there for Fifi. He did not have the TP. That rhymed. That wasn't even intentional at that point. But his team needed to be ready to concede or try to defend from afar while awaiting for the Renekton to come in. If they could not defend and stop them from taking it, they could absolutely harass them and look for the revenge kill to punish the choice to go after those. However, there was a misplay. We now see the score 13 minutes into the game, 2-6 in favor of SS Kraken. SS Kraken taking a wide lead early on in the game with a now 2.5K advantage.
Well. I was gonna say this game was going slow a little bit earlier, as people were just taking small trades and nobody was dropping, but look where we're at now. But it's only 8 kills total in the game, so maybe, just maybe, we'll see some more kills come through. And we get some more action brewing on the Rift.
And a minute of slow play here. Both teams are filling each other out, waiting for the next objective to show up on the map, and looking for a chink in the armor that they can utilize to pick apart and find a way into the game. While SS Kraken does have an advantage, there are plenty of ways that we can see DP find a way back into the game, utilizing their CC and take advantage, much like we saw from SS Kraken in the previous game.
And as Nami goes down from Sejuani being on the side of mouth, expending 2 ults to make it happen, as we get more trades from the Croc onto the Rock, but it don't matter because the Rock has armor, and he's pretty hard. Hey, stop it, Ari. I can already see it now, you dirty-minded people. Chill out. But as Vladimir is getting caught in that river, and Permafrost comes down, should be able to get the vampire, and he goes down. Ult comes out for a Renekton. It's gonna be a dead Croc. Gonna be making more boot. Well, some may say new boot doofing, but I guess it is, man. He's down for the count. Another kill over to SS Kraken.
With every action, there is a reaction. And if you know where somebody is, you know where they're not. When they saw all those players bot, they know they had a shot to get the top lane.
Taking a bot again. They're looking for a dive onto the Lucian. Cleanse comes down, but it doesn't matter. Says or is having another lunch, but Braum's gonna get executed, so nobody's gonna get that goal instead. So it's good for him, I guess.
I think it mattered tremendously. Blue lane. What? The blue team, DP Hellfire, was able to win the tower race. They got the first tower on the bot side, while the Herald was unable to take the top side tower, meaning that the score is still 5-7 in favor of SS Kraken, but the tower gold, the first blood tower gold that they got, had managed to decrease the lead from 2,000 to 3,000 down to 800. We see the next dragon spawning up on the map right now. We can anticipate more action to come shortly.
Hey, speaking of that, more action. We got action going on that red side of DP Hellfire. As Viego looks to get another reset, but Ash says, "Hell no!" The life of Viego and Ari's gonna come in too. The rest of the DP Hellfire is gonna come in to be able to help out. As yes, the Sets one goes down, but so does the Viego and Anami of SS Crack as Vladimir is being chased. He has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Ari should be able to get another kill. Up is taking a little bit longer. Up actually gets that, but it's okay. Either way it goes, 3 kills over the DP Hellfire, only losing 1.
That is a +2 advantage for DP Hellfire, as well as the windows to secure this second Drake. Freeze.
17:30.
Oh, we are desynced by about.
Just put it on fast forward for like 1 moment. Alright. You're a little bit off by like 10 seconds. Oh, boss.
Yeah. We're good. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're about 1 second off.
Yeah, we're at 53 now. We're at 53. 54 now. 55.
Are we muted right now?
It's all good, man. Right. I kind of can't really be muted. All right.
No worries. Right. There's a little bit of a desync, but we are now back in order, back on the clock at 18:12.
Oh, we got a war going on here. I guess Canada's coming to commit some more war crimes before the Geneva Convention. All right, sorry, I'm a hit. But hey, I digress. We caught you guys back up to the game. It's just a little quick fix. Sorry for the inconvenience, but it's all good. You guys missed a little bit of a fight there. Some vital deaths going on in that jungle, but it's okay. As the goal lead is swayed a little bit, at the time to DP Hellfire and then back over to SS Kraken, but by a little bit under 1,000. So we still got competitive games. Renetta looks to go on that Vladimir try to get a good trade, but Vladimir had the empowered Q, so it didn't matter.
Score currently is 8-8. About 19 minutes into the game, we're now hitting the mid game, closer to the start of the end game, with both teams neck and neck. Dragon advantage being on DP Hellfire and gold advantage being on SS Kraken.
Hey, Feast, hit fast forward for encounter 2, then play it from there. Yeah, fast forward, then counter 2, then to play from there. As we got a fight going on in the top side, we got 2 going down. Says one today. Viego not gonna be able to get the resets because he's resetting in hell as it's still going. Ash is down now as they're looking on the chase. SS Kraken looking to take more lines. His brand is sure go down. Vladimir for another kill. Ari's trying to escape, but Malphite's gonna finish her off with that good old rock toss. It does not matter. It's gonna be 4 kills over the SS Kraken, only losing 2, being their jungler and the Lucian. As now the SS Kraken are looking to push that mid lane.
Interesting opportunity here as we do see a +1 play for SS Kraken, a 3-for-2 trade. They're going to use this as leverage to secure the mid tower, taking them to a 3-2 tower lead, and now a gold lead of a near sufficient 3,000 gold. For the equivalence, that would be the same as having a 10-kill gold lead. This means through towers and CS, they have managed to make up a lead of 8 additional kills beyond the 2 they already have.
Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all are enjoying the show like I am. As you probably can hear, my voice is not exactly sounding like it's happy with me. But I got a cup of water in the dream, so we can make this thing continue. So, it looks like for the gold lead, it has went up for SS Kraken as they are looking to make it almost 2K. Already split pushing bot lane. Brom's trying to get that war down, but like him, they're gonna argue about it a little bit, have a little bit of a trade of ability. As looking at those vision lines, as DP Hellfire is got a good vision line on that top over the top side on that river. Granted, they do have 2 wards on Baron, but like the SS Kraken looking to engage, gonna catch that Brom as he's gonna die as Nami down, and Brom is dead. Bye bye to the same buff guy.
We see a dance, I don't call it a dance party, but we do see a bit of a tango going on here in the mid lane as both teams are looking for an opportunity to pick the other apart. We do see SS Kraken moving towards the Baron, threatening that and trying to force them into action, daring them to check to see if they're going to go for it or not.
The thing is, though, is that good old DP Hellfire see them on that Baron, not to see another. As they're gonna try to stop him, is that Lucian is already most dead, and now we're gonna Ash ultimately came in, and now it's like DP Hellfire taking lives. Viego down, Lucian down. Nami's gonna be turned into sashimi as the Rock is trying to get away. But I don't know, man. This ain't WWE, bro. You can't have it your way. Now you're going down. Looks like Sylvia Baron over to DP Hellfire as there's 4 dead on for SS Kraken.
All right, this is not Subway. They can't have it their way. And this is not DiGiorno's. It is delivery. They deliver the kills, taking a lead of, what was that? 4 kills. They got a 4-kill lead. Use that window to grab the Baron, get exactly what they need. And now they're like, homie, please, we're 14-13. This is for me. I'm looking to win. I got a big old grin on my face. Very happy. Very excited, gonna give chase to that dragon as we look to get that lucky number 3 and putting us on soul point.
And it's funny you say that, my man. You said this ain't delivery, it's DiGiorno, but it was delivered. They delivered a gray screen, make sure they seed it all. Express shipping over to that fountain. As now SS Kraken are starting that dragon and they're trying to get, and they're almost up with it. As DP Hellfire, they were slow to converge, but it doesn't matter because there's one jumping up the steal, get out. And now we got a fight in the mid lane. Viego looking at the flat, but Vladimir is getting in there. He's dropping bodies. Vladimir kills Sejuani, but Viego is down. Vlad is down. It doesn't matter now because the Rock is going down. As we got deaths all around, Ari's with the Spirit rushing the queue to finish it all off, and now we got more made, unfortunately. But now we got Baron power play still being going. As they only have one member. As in the gray screen herself says one in the board, I'm sorry for you, but you got sent to the butcher shop, homie. Maybe they got some twine and made some good barbecue out of you, but
all I can think is WWE and barbecue, because we saw DP Rico go in there with this steel chair, didn't care, put the opposing team in despair by getting the vengeance shot and stealing the dragon as revenge for game 1. And now I'm looking at Malphite and thinking, what is the Rock cooking? Well, he's not cooking anything right now. There's no barbecue on the table.
You said, what is the Rock cooking? He was cooking Bora at first, but now he's getting cooked. As he went from the Rock to Pop Rocks as he went to the gray screen throughout that game. As he had both inhibitor tower and mid T2 along with bot T going down. More gold influx over to DP Hellfire as they continue to build this gold lead with now almost right at 5K.
Those rocks, the kick rocks. He's going to come back with a diabolical vengeance. I am just waiting for it. A Malphite ground pound aiming for that Ash.
man. We're teetering the line of getting banned. No, I'm playing.
Give them a Happy Meal because they'd be loving it. Those comes from, what was it? Gitano? I can't pronounce that. I can't read that. Tag out, Ghost, what's his name?
Alrighty, well, tagging out, it's LB. I'm back here. Alright, well, as says wanted, trying to help her team get some vision down. Ash fires the ultimate, misses, and goes out of town. As Lucian and Nami are trying to clear up that mid and get some farm, try to push it out. As we just like we're on a low for a little bit. There is no major objective on the map. So there's gonna be people farming up and possibly looking for picks.
We are now 26 minutes into the game. The current standing is 19-14 in favor of DroppingPoint Hellfire. They are 2 dragons ahead with a soul point and a lead of approximately 4,000 gold.
All right, well, while we just sit here waiting for the next thing to happen, waiting for the next objective. Hey, Chad, I got a question for you. Hey, give me a W if you like to cast tonight, or give us an L. Tell me what you think. We got W's or what? Oh. All right, sadness. I got no response. All right, you know I go cry in the corner now. I go cry in the corner.
While we wait for the next play, chat, I want you to vote. Do we get a W for being successful and great winners, or do we get an L for being losers? Let us know. Waiting for your vote. See, if I do it, I might get a better response, Ghost.
I don't know, man. You know. It's
Hey, look! I see one right there.
It's okay. It's
I got the W there. I got the W.
I don't know, man. Can't we put that dub in like right as you start talking, man? I don't know. But Jatano said, "L." I mean, he might be jealous because he's not on the cast with us right now. Normally, he been leaving me hanging as of late, so I don't know, man.
Well, maybe next time he can join us on the casting couch.
Oh, I don't know what the couch, but sure, I don't know about the couch, buddy. But sure the desk, but not the couch.
No, I just meant the couch in the lounge where we hang out and we plot about the next stream that's coming up.
Yeah,
Speaking of the next play coming up, we see Dragon showing up in 45 seconds. So action will soon happen as the teams fight over that fifth break of the game.
The actual comes up. We got Ari going in. Nami throws down the ultimate. She's gonna make it out alive. Her down. But that Empower Q is going to be able to make sure he gets out as he has a burner flash over the wall. Renekton opts not to chase him down. He's going to get that way in the top side. Wow, DP Hellfire is pushing that mid lane into SS Kraken's base. And we got both Dragon and Baron coming up pretty soon. So they're going back for the Dragon, trying to get that soul point. And not soul point, trying to get soul, sorry.
Did you say Ops chose not to chase him down? I could have been the only one to hear that.
The Croc, not Croc. Granted, that is the op, but I said Croc. I did say Croc, as now as looking to got more action now. Viego's south, but they left the board and left Sejuani by herself. She's gonna go down for free. Vlad die is her turn. Man, I'm gonna get a headache, and ooh, Nami almost goes down pretty close. Oh, and Jatano, you said be gentle. I'm sorry, bro. This ain't your first time. You've been here before. But SS Kraken, they're gonna back off. It should be a free Dragon over to DP Hellfire.
That's going to be a substantially advantageous Dragon for the blue side team. The reason for this is that for the Ocean Drake, it gives health regeneration upon dealing damage to the opposing team. This buff particularly favors those who are tanky and are going to have a large uptime inside of a team fight. This is because they live longer, they're going to be getting more value, more time recovering from that health regeneration. Seeing that the blue side, DP Hellfire, has 2 tanks and a bruiser, they're going to get great mileage out of this, just like I would out of my CP front.
Alright, well, it looked like Gank Me Daddy is now being ganked by the Croc and not a Croc player. I can't say that because it's good old League of Legends stream, but 2 dead, make it 3. SS Kraken is on the back foot as both teams are eyeing that Baron, but it doesn't matter. And Jatano, I love you. It should be free Baron over to DB Help. It should be closed up soon.
Did you say DP Hellfire? That's what I heard. That's some P. Diddy level stuff. Looking at 30 minutes in the game, 23 to 15 in favor of DP Hellfire. And score is, the goal is now 56,000 to 51, 5K lead in the favor of DPH. And they now have, they have the Baron, they have the Dragon Soul, and they have the gold advantage. It's pretty safe to say that at this time, DP is going to be the team that takes away this game. I'm predicting a 1-1 win in favor of, I guess I'm restating my earlier prediction of a 1-1 match. Of a win in DPH's favor, resulting in a match total of 1-1.
That's what I'm talking about. Embrace the dark side. Let that energy flow through your veins, baby. As I'm reading this chat, and good God, man, I'm over just cracking up. Jatano, you are a character, and man. Okay, Boomer, you are too. I love you guys, man. Y'all are making my night as I'm about to my voice on the game, as we've had not a lot of action going on. Well, now for this game, it's just really just DP Hellfire. They're just looking at a way to open and close this game out. Even though the inhibitor's back up in mid, DP Hellfire should be a lot stronger, especially with that Croc. Even though he was behind at first, as we watched Vladimir walk on the Braum, but he's gonna walk off like nothing happened.
You know, after that P. Diddy rhyme, the words open and close is not something that I want to hear.
Hey man, you the one said it, not me, so you gotta live with it.
That I do.
Caught it 4K on the stream on the cast, man. That's crazy work today, this day and age. No, I'm messing with you, man.
I gotta get that working. I'm here to get that bread, just like P. Diddy wants people to get ahead in this game. We're now looking 23-15 in favor of the blue side, 60K to 54-6K lead in favor of DPH. We're now seeing a pit happen on the top side.
Speaking of P. Diddy, but DP Hellfire looking to make a ban, and bye-bye, Mr. Buffman. Pepperoni Nipple came to say hello to you as he gave you an ultimate, make sure you couldn't run. And now now and chasing down Vladimir. He's coming in for blood money. And now Sejuani, she's going in to make sure to try to not be able to stop DP Hellfire from pushing into their base as another design to go down. Push it bottom side. This game should be over. It's too dead for SS Kraken.
Looking for that blood money. Coming in the lane like, what you know about my money?
Yeah, blood money, 50 Cent style, baby. If you know, you know. But it's like it should be game. It should be a win over the DP Hellfire. This should be this is gonna be going to a game 3.
We're seeing the close out here with one tower going down, soon to be 2. You know, just what to do the next is.
We got another crazy ass fight to continue on this. At the end of this game, we got 1-for-1 so far. The jungler for jungler, but the rock is going down faster than Crossroads. I mean, what? WrestleMania, baby. All right, and Vladimir almost dies, but he makes it out. But we're just gonna end the game. We're gonna continue fighting. And look, like we're playing for KDS. This Vladimir dies too.
The health bars are leaving us faster than Ghost is losing his voice. I missed the setup for that one.
Man, it's all good. Well, finally ended game 2. Win over the DP Hellfire. We're going to a game 3.
All right, as we go to game 3, I will be interested to see the choice selection chat before we go into intermission. I would like you guys to leave your predictions. What side do you think SS Kraken is going to take? Are they going to take the blue side, trying to contest the Ashe or another favorable priority pick? Or will they take the red side again, hoping to get the advantage through the counter matchups? As I leave you with that question, we'll go ahead and move to intermission as we prepare for game 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're in draft for game 3 of this crazy, and I will say crazy series. Hey, yo, give me a W in the chat if you guys enjoying this series production. And while you guys are at that, we got first band over from SS Kraken Camille coming out, and now the Ash coming out for a ban for DP Hellfire. As DP Hellfire, they're taking the blue and taking the red side. As SS Kraken opted to take the blue this go around, and it's crazy because we early in the game said they both favor the red side. Look here. Both games, blue side has been the winner. So we'll see. Maybe game 3 be different, but we got Akali and Gwen Bands coming out for Kraken, along with Galileo Nocturne come out for DP Hellfire. What do you expect for the first pick, Malice? What do you think, man?
Well, they took the Kai'Sa in favor of the Ash, but I don't know if that's going to be worth taking the red side or giving up red side here. The reason they took blue side in game 2 is because they identified Ash was a powerful player and they wanted to deny that. But now that it's banned, does Kai'Sa offer their team enough to counteract getting 3 counters on the opposing team, especially that valuable R5 true counter? I believe we see at ADC, and we're going to see a blind pick probably as a flex or a jungle pick on this pick too.
All right, we got the Kai'Sa B1 along with the Jinx coming out for red side. Man, I'm almost exhausted, brother. Like this series has kind of been fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. This series has been fire.
Back and forth.
Yes, sir, it has been. Now we got the Sedge 1 coming out. R2 for DP Hellfire. And we'll see what SS Krakens, what they respond with.
Anyone is a very powerful pick here. I think both my predictions came true. Not only is it a blind pick in the jungle, but it does have the flex capability of being moved to the top lane.
And now along with another flex pick, we have Brand coming out for SS Krakens.
This next pick has to be support. I think if they don't take support, then red side's going to ban out the Nautilus and a lot of the setup that Kai'Sa is going to need to succeed in her lane.
That is true. But as you see, they now have 7 seconds to lock in their pick. And instead, it's going to be the Mumu, so that's going to be possibly a Brand mid or a Brand support. Or even it could be a Mumu. So no,
yeah,
it
absolutely could be a Mumu support. Mumu support is my top played support right now, next up there with Leona, both of which reaching close to 65 to 70% win rate. Mumu is phenomenal in the bot lane. Seraphine is an interesting pick. Does synergize very well with the Sejuani. And the new Enchanter build that's been prominent on her does allow Jinx to get to her win condition. We do see the Darius ban for the top, as top is still in play. I wonder if they're going to double up on the top lane or perhaps grab a support ban here for ban 5.
All right, well, there's the Fiora band coming out along with the Darius and Aatrox coming out for DP Hellfire. I'm not sure if I really like the Mumu being there, but then again, DP Hellfire, instead of banning support, it opted ban top lane instead, which is fair, I guess. Keep it safe. Try to make sure Fifi is comfortable up there, especially already at the bottom side of the map. So make sure Fifi can at least get a deep matchup, especially now. You should be able to have that pick. So hopefully, if they do counter pick this go around, that's not necessarily just on the champion, just to play that champion like we did with the Rumble. And I lied. Listen, Fifi is not getting the counter pick. And more so, it's going to be mid instead, whereas Renekton is locked in at R4.
I'm going to make a comment about their bans that if they are going to ban top lane, they're not going to want to take their top on the R5 because they get the counter pick anyway, so they get to choose where they're going into. But if they do double ban the top like they did, they can blind the top side with Renekton, getting priority on that, taking it away from the other team while covering some of its known weaknesses and saving the true counter for mid when they figure out who is going to go where, such as where is Brand? Is he support? Is he mid? Is he jungle? Is it movement support? You got a double flex? It's hard to know.
And granted, now that Akali is banned and that Brand is taken away from check your mini map, I wonder what he's going to pull out, because that's 2 of his comfort picks gone off the board right there. I'm pretty sure he's probably going to result back to a control mage, and that's going to be a Brand jungle or support, but probably if I'm being honest, he's stronger at jungle. But we're gonna have the Ari coming out, and to face off against that Lissandra in the mid lane.
Does Ari win that matchup?
I can go either way, but I like Lissandra more so in the matchup than mainly because Lissandra can just lock Ari down. Especially with Lissandra, should just go mid first and go fuck it, we ball in mid lane every time. Along with her jungler being right there.
Ari has more trading potential and can possibly out-tether the Lissandra. The Lissandra has a big 100-0 combo on the Ashe. I think the favor goes to Lissandra for being easier to pilot.
Well, Lissandra is definitely easier to pilot, but the thing is, pre-6. Pre-6 Ari wins. But after that, it really just becomes, it's going to be, who needs casters to play Silver? Oh, that's messed up, man. But really, in all honesty, after 6, Lissandra can do good bits of damage when she has gold and she's ahead. But the most thing she can do is she'll do about 75% HP of Ari, at level 6. But you're gonna need that jungler to come in and be able to finish the job. It's kind of like almost playing Rumble in mid in terms of if you really want to just wombo kill somebody in full combo, you have to get her ahead. But except with less damage, but more CC.
If that Amumu goes support, I think that SS Kraken is going to be the team favored to win this. But if they put the Amumu in the jungle into the brand support, I think DPH is going to build a sufficient enough lead in the early game that they're going to be able to take the game. It could go either way, but I'm saying SS Kraken wins this 2-1.
And my thing is, I think that brand actually might be going to that support because I've never actually seen Moonlight actually play an engaged support, for being honest. She played Braum last game, but I wouldn't necessarily cast her as a.
You got it backwards, my friend. That Amumu is on SS Kraken. Moonlight is going to be playing.
Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. My mind is living in the previous game right now with all the chaos that happened. I am. But granted, SS Kraken, their support does play a lot of engage, so I can see that I'm on support rather than brand.
I have not checked his play history, but I was notified that he plays a lot of mages in the bot lane, so the prediction of brand being support, I think, is still going to be consistent, but it's not off the table as Amumu has greater synergy with Kai'Sa than brand. I believe that if DPH can get a sufficient lead, they can stat check SS Kraken, as SS Kraken is lacking in a lot of damage comparatively. Although they have great 5v5 team fight, as Amumu, Orin, Lissandra, and part of Brand's kit can all set up Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa can maneuver around the board, and they have a lot of AoE team fight, which can be very strong for them. In the favor of DPH, though, they do have long-range artillery through Jinx and Seraphine, and a lot of mobility through Ari, as well as with big potential through Renekton with a 4-1 comp. How these tools come into play, we'll find out very soon. Right now, I believe we're waiting on one more player to get in position for the match start.
Alright, while we wait, I'm going to want you guys to hydrate. We can go. Make sure we in the hype game 3 session, baby. Hey, I'm telling you, friends, get you some water, get you some Gatorade, get you some food, dinner. It is a Saturday night. I don't know, maybe a beer or two. And get ready as when we come back, we're gonna get into this game 3.
And before we pass it off in the intermission, there is a question that was asked to us. What was our favorite burger? And my favorite burger is going to be a pub burger on a pretzel bun with beer, cheese, bacon, and barbecue. That shit is delicious.
Woo! Alright, and you know something? My favorite burger? I don't know, I just like keeping it regular. Give me a regular smash burger with cheese, baby. Maybe a little bit of bacon on top of it too. But trust me, chat, we're not ignoring you. I'm dancing right now too. I may not be able to, but I'm doing my dance right now, man. I got you. But we'll see you guys in a moment as we pass over the intermission.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Game 3. We are finally getting started. We apologize for the delay. It seemed that there were some technical difficulties with one of the players' Wi-Fi going out. But have no doubt, the game has started. We're 23 seconds into the game, and we see SS Kraken looking for that topside invade, while we see DPH coming in with that 5-point defense once again.
Yeah, looking like a rerun of game 1. SS Kraken did the exact same thing and were spotted out by Fifi, and we're going to see that again.
Oh, there has been a pick on the Ari. Ari gets out. There's no repeat on the Q from the Amumu. This is going to be rough for Amumu. He needs a big leash, as now his clear potential for that level 1, level 2 clear is going to be slower due to taking the bandage toss level 1.
And he's going to be starting on that blue side too, so Warren's going to have to leash him, so it's probably going to be on a little slower side. He doesn't have that damage with or that W. All right, well, we have been intermission for a hot minute. Somebody die. But here we are. Time has now arrived where we actually get to see the game. So, tell me, Miles, how do you feel that these lanes are gonna play out? Because, in all honesty, I feel like mid lane is gonna be kind of like a snooze fest until both his level 6. I mean, top lane is Ornn, baby. You know, it is what it is. Big damage Ornn. You know, the tank, and then bot lane. I think that's gonna be very interesting. What do you think?
I'm thinking Ornn's gonna take the top lane. I think mid lane is going to be a toss-up. We're going to be seeing several attempts from the Ahri to try to poke out the Lissandra. If successful, Lissandra will lose the lane. If unsuccessful, Lissandra will hit level 6 and be able to take control. As far as the bot side, I do think that Jinx Seraphine has the advantage into the brand Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa took cleanse instead of barrier, meaning that there's a lower threshold for these long-term exchanges to be killed, meaning Jinx is probably going to outdamage the Kai'Sa, as Brand does not have many ways to set up Kai'Sa's passive stacks, resulting in less burst damage from Kai'Sa's passive, comparative to Jinx's increased damage from the passive on her Q.
All right, as we progress on to the game, we're just seeing little skirmishes here and there. And team look for a window of opportunity to try to get their lead and take off in this game.
Sejuani is coming here with a very interesting clear path. Ooh, is blue Gromp, red chickens? I'm not sure that's a normal gank path, but it did give them an opportunity to gank the mid lane. The gank did fall in its place, flat on its face, but Sejuani will be able to respawn to a top side or contest the scuttle and perhaps look for a double scuttle.
And we're possibly looking at a kill on that Seraphine. Both Brand and Seraphine spin their flash, but now, Seraphine walks back up, but she pays for it too. The pillar of fire. Well, but both sums out for both supports. Now for this mid lane gank, I don't understand why he spin the flash. It is Lissandra able to get out. Well, we got a gank on this top lane. And Ornn is gonna sidestep that Sejuani Q, but it doesn't matter because the Croc is gonna get what the Croc wants, and that is first blood, baby, over to DP Hellfire.
It seemed to me that Ornn was unable to Croc block the Croc from getting first blood. Oh, I love my puns. Looks like we have some action occurring in the bot lane with a possible Amumu dive. Let's see how this pans out.
And we got a trade going on the top side with the Croc taking the lesser end of it. And now Kai'Sa having to blow the flash almost bot side.
Nasty play on the top side. It looks like it was a fair exchange, but Renekton is able to crash. Looks to be 2 to 3 waves there. Gets to recall. Will not have to TP. Gets to save his TP and safely walk back the top lane, while Ornn sets up a rebound to go into Renekton, letting Renekton farm freely. This gives a massive gold advantage to Renekton, being able to cash in on the gold that he recently got.
And And low on the move, being able to counter jungle some of that bot side from Sejuani due to that shove that Kaisa and Brand had on the Jinx and Seraphine. Looks like Amumu's going to be able to get off ahead, and with that CS lead over there, being able to get that tempo pretty good. Also, TP down for Ari. She has the recall and recall and TP back mid. It's possibly looking at Lissandra having the TP back also as a response because of Ari going to be able to slam that wave down with the Q and the W. And with also Seraphine coming mid, looking like they're going to be DP Hellfire is going to be eyeballing those Void Grubs this game. As they are indeed making their way towards that Void Grub area. As Sejuani is looking to start its own spawn. But never mind, actually. Probably looking to gank Ornn, actually, immediately to try to get that Croc even farther ahead. On to Gabe Zilla, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get permafrost and going to see a Croc for top. Bye-bye to God himself, Ornn. Nice knowing you, homie. Welcome back to the gray screen.
That's a phenomenal play. I was worried it might have been too early of a roam for Moonlight, but Jinx is holding up very well on their own. Renekton was able to crash the wave safely, setting Ornn further behind and get a safe reset to spend the gold that he just got while leaving Sejuani safe to take those 3 Void Links.
Sorry, go ahead.
In response, it looks like SS Kraken decided to trade and go for the first Drake, putting them 1 point closer to getting the Dragon Soul.
And that mid lane also already forcing Lissandra back using that Spirit Rush. But granted, Lissandra did not have to use the ult herself. Now granted, she is low, but we're looking like a fight on this river as both teams are moving down with Sejuani and Ari on the river having to go to but she misses. It doesn't matter because both sides are gonna walk away with no casualties at all, but some low health bars over to SS Kraken as we got another fight going on as the Croc is giving it to the god himself. And now Ornn looking like he was gonna bat, but no, he's gonna stay there instead. And Ornn's gonna get flashed on the kill outplay as Renekton thought he was gonna get something, but no, instead he got told what's cracking instead by Ornn himself, and now he's getting to get that wave for free and back as he sent another animal to the. Ain't that about a? No, I can't say that here. But somebody called the ASPCA because. But now Brad's looking trying to get a kill on that Seraph.
Is that about a ditch? Because the pockets are running deep on this one.
Yes, sir, it is. Brand is trying to overstep his boundaries, but it's okay. They might look for a dive with a Mumu down the bottom. Now, I can't even stop talking because the Mumu has to blow. Oh, but I don't understand why we're. Because the Mumu's going to die for it, and Jinx doesn't even go down. Granted, she has to spin the barrier and the flash. There's a little bit of troll there.
The words of Kevin Hart, he wasn't ready.
He sure as hell wasn't. I wasn't even intentionally trying to rhyme as I was talking about at the time, but here we are.
The dive, he did not survive, and he supplied red side with a solid 300 gold. Score is 1-3 at 9 minutes into the game in favor of. I almost said Deadpool as the good DP. DroppingPoint Hellfire. Sorry, the new movie came out. Thinking about that. With the score being a 500 goal advantage going to the red side team, DroppingPoint Hellfire. I'm just gonna call them everything but their name.
Ooh, you're trying to make a name for yourself, eh? Alrighty, well, it seems like things are settling down a little bit now as we got a little time of solace here. As I spoke too soon, we got Brown topside down. It doesn't matter because the Crocs gonna get turned into boost and a new belt. As kill over to Ornn.
You know, great. I don't like saying good job. I think it's a very superficial compliment, but I will go ahead and say fantastic play by Brand there, roaming up and delaying his stun until after he was knocked up by the Orin ult. Because Renekton was caught in Orin CC, his positioning was going to become predictable, and Brand was reliably able to land that stun, setting up his passive combo and dealing massive damage to the Renekton.
Alrighty, and Ari is looking like Frost was gonna die, but no, Seraphine. She looked like she was out at first, but nope. Never mind, she's dead. She's dead as all hell right now. As Lissandra has made it to the party and looking like Seraphine's gonna die too, along with it. As it's looking like it's gonna be 3 to the side of SS Kraken. That Lissandra is getting big. As DP Hellfire bit off more than they can chew.
We now have Void.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you got this one. Ari's going in for the kill on the Lissandra, to be able to secure the kill, creating a window where there are 4 people on the map for SSK, and we see 5 people on the map for DPH.
And speaking of biting off more than they can chew, like Lissandra did exactly what I said to other teams, because she decided to get greedy. But we're looking at these Void Growths now. I got on. But DP Hellfire is converging with 3, and Brand is going to be really late to the party, as Gank Me Daddy is definitely getting ganked. He's getting sent to the Grace. But Brand is going to get that power class, and he's going to get a kill in the R. But DP Hellfire is still looking to take more, as that TP is coming out mid lane. Lissandra is now here at the party to help her teammates out. DP Hellfire has the back off for now.
Score is now 6-6, 12 minutes into the game, with gold differential being about 1,000 gold in favor of SSK, which is Stano Swell Krakens.
We got 2 pushing mid, got a little trade going on, skirmish, a brouhaha, a kerfuffle going on the top side, as Orin drops his ultimate down on the Croc, and they still going at it. It almost felt like a wet noodle fight, but like the Croc may get got, but nope, he's able to walk. Flash from Orin as they looking to make Grill Crocodile some more, but look at Jinx. But Mumu does not have the ultimate, so she might be fine. I lied. I guess it's April Fool's. But they trying to kill Lissandra as Seraphine ult lands, and like that should be her life in Ari's hands, baby, as kill goes over to Ari. 7-7 gold lead over to SS Kraken at the moment.
All right, with that most recent kill on Lissandra and TPDing down, it looks like it's full Hellfire. DroppingPoint Hellfire is going to use and leverage this window as an opportunity to get the remaining grubs. This puts them at 5 with 1 more at the map. They might have to bail out on that last one, but having secured 5, they already get the buff, allowing them to spawn the Voidlings and take towers faster.
Alright, so I just want to say for the record, guys, that I am not like, I'm being serious. I am not intentionally rhyming. It just happening. I swear.
You've been converted.
I mean, am I really converted? I used to rap actually when I was in grade school. I'm actually dead serious on that too. I'm not even saying that like stereotype. I'm actually dead serious. But as you saw, Dominus comes out for Renekton and makes sure 5-minute conflict, and Sage wanted there to back him up just in case. But like we're gonna have a little scruffle as he's gonna get caught out again, but she might have flashed, but Mumu has around. She goes down again. Another kill over to Kaiser.
Like Mumu came in, ganked me daddy with a big splash, and put that curse all over Jinx's word that rhymes with crash. Might sound like cash, getting the cash like the cash he got when he deleted the Jinx, getting 300 gold for his team, putting the score at 8-7 in blue side's favor with nearly a 1,500 gold lead. Blue side also has the advantage in Drakes, currently up by 2 Drakes, meaning they're 2 Drakes away from getting the Dragon Soul.
And man, Seraphine almost goes down. She has to blow a flash. That bot lane tower's gonna go down. Go, but it's killed. It's gonna die now. Bye-bye, Seraphine. Another kill over. We got more fighting going on the top and the bottom half. but like it's gonna be done in the bot. But now we still got top as Orin drops down the ultimate, the Call of the Forge God, but it doesn't. But it does much, but just forces the Croc off of him.
Taking a look at the gold distributions here, top lane seems to be relatively close with a 100 gold lead in the advantage of Renekton, which could be up to just being a farm differential or the shutdowns that he may have had, or it was the first blood that he got that gave him that 100 gold advantage. In the mid lane, not the mid lane, the junglers, Sejuani appears to be up by 500 gold, and in the mid lane, we see Lissandra up by nearly 900. When it comes to ADC, we see a 1,600 gold lead on the Kai'Sa, which is a very significant lead. That's equivalent to over 5 kill difference. And when we're looking at the bot lane differential, the gold is in favor of Brand, who is currently up by 1,100. This means that the greatest advantage that DPH has right now is going to be playing through the Renekton, while all other lanes are significantly behind.
And the problem with trying to play through Renekton at the moment is the fact that there's a Lissandra and a fed Kai'Sa on the enemy team. So it makes it increasingly hard as Kai'Sa almost gets caught, but she has the cleanse, but she almost gets taken out by the tower. Two blinking health bars from man Kai'Sa. But same can be said for Sejuani and Seraphine. So this game is gonna be incredibly hard as the Jink Rocket comes down mid lane, but it's gonna miss. No one's in sight. As they made sure to get out of the lane real quick to make sure that doesn't hit. Brand's looking to get more damage down as he gets the passive going on Ahri, but Seraphine's there to give her that shield, so it helps minimize the damage taken. But he's gonna get that Dark Harvest stack.
Things are about to get pretty messy for DPH as we see Orin's about to hit level 13. When he hits level 13, he's able to start creating his Mastercraft items. These items give a substantial...
All right, we got the Call of the Forge. Sorry to interrupt you, but the Call of the Forge comes down. The Renekton Indominus, the Croc's gonna go down in response, but already TP's time to be able to respond. But Kai'Sa is there with the killer instinct to make sure to take another kill, and that's 2 kills over the SS Kraken with 1 going over to the other side and DP Hellfire. They lose the arm, but they get more boots and food to put on the grill. As it looks like SS Kraken is starting to run away with this game already, getting about and matching almost a 4. We also sizable goal lead in game 1, but they almost threw it away multiple different times. So let's see how they actually navigate the game and actually can they stay ahead and just have a clean game, or are they going to potentially almost throw it like they did in game 1?
I will be honest, what they have right now is what we call a Nirvana, and a Nirvana is when they're winning in almost every lane. Actually, when they're winning in every single lane. And while technically Amumu's not beating out the Sejuani here, they're close enough in goal and fill similar roles where they kind of neutralize one another. This means the advantage that they have in the bot side in the mid lane right now is significant and enough to ensure that they're going to win the game. When you're on the losing side of a Nirvana situation, your win rate drops to about 30% of games.
Well, 30% is still almost 1/3 out of 3, and then it looks like they catch the Ahri, so that chance. As Renekton engages on the Orin, he's trying to get more damage, trying to take him down, but it's still like a wet noodle fight because it's so damn tanky right now. As DP Hellfire is going to take that mid T1 and try to open up the map from. And Call of the Forge Guard comes out, but he's not able to actually get the second R. Simply because Sejuani says no with the ultimate, and Orin almost goes down, but instead they're probably gonna take dead, but Brand may actually make it out of this. And that's 2 down, 1 to Kai'Sa, 1 to Brand. Sejuani is dead, and Lissandra makes sure she's able to get to the Seraphine, and now like Jinx is on the menu to go to the gray screen. Bye-bye, baby. 4 kills over the SS Kraken.
Damn! That was rough. to say the least. That is 4 points over to the blue side, which is going to be SS Kraken. They're now sitting at 20 minutes into the game with a score of 17-9, equating to a 5K gold advantage. They set up this 1-0. They do go ahead and utilize that to take the third Drake. They're now on soul point, 1 point away from getting the Dragon Soul. With such a astounding advantage, I would be surprised to see if the game flips around, but I'm not giving up hope. They do have Jinx, who has amazing late game capabilities. It is possible that they can find a way back into this.
But the problem is they have to make... Oh, sorry.
I was about to say, I hope that they maintain a really resilient and determined mindset as they overcome or attempt to overcome this challenge.
But the problem is for DP Hellfire is the fact that they gotta make it to that late game, as now the goal lead is getting even bigger. As we looking at SS Kraken, the goal lead is almost 5K over DP Hellfire, and a lot of their goals. Let's check it out real quick. We look at the differential. That Kaisa is almost exactly 3K over Jinx in that goal, as Orin calls on a Forge God, as they're about to have cross there, and it's so acceptable. So that's 2 more kills over to, well, never mind, Cross making up, giving it a hard time. Is he gonna make it out? Oh no, he turned around. Why are you just fucking away? Look, that is guaranteed now. 2 kills over to SS Kraken.
Redacted wasn't gonna get out of that, unfortunately. I think he turned around perhaps to see if he can make the miss. I'm not entirely sure, but he was dead anyway. The sooner he dies, the sooner he revives.
Man. This is looking like a classic case of getting ran over in the final game. You see it in pro play a lot, and now you're seeing it here. I mean, hopefully they come back into the game, but we'll see as SS Kraken look at Barons. They already started almost halfway through. And DP Hellfire, they do see it. They do have Baron, and G's gonna shoot that rock.
Oh!
Steal it. Hey, she steals it! Attila! And now, even though you've been getting pounded this entire game, and that one moment, my man, you are good. Oh, I can't say that word, but good job to you, my friend. Great rocket. Baron over to DP Hellfire.
That is going into the reel for sure. That might be a decisive comeback play that puts 1,500 gold immediately back on the team. Utilizing this, they're able to secure 2 towers, which gives them a shutdown bounty. The goal of the gold has just been decreased by nearly 3K. We see that the lead the blue team has, SSK has, is now only 3,000 gold instead of the previous 5,000. That's a substantial switch back. It's not over though. There's one more tower that's about to fall, further closing that gap and putting what is that? Let's say Deathfire. DroppingPoint Hellfire in the lead for towers taken 5-4.
It's one thing that's bothering me is you got 3 pushing men. That's great and all, but why is Sejuani split pushing when she needs to be in the front line? So now because Sejuani is in the bot side, I don't have nobody to protect. Jinx and the Seraphine have nobody to protect them, along with Ari. And so basically the reward Attila with his effort, stealing that Baron with that ultimate, that super mega death rocket, he gets rewarded with a gray screen for all his actions. Come on, we gotta play this better. We cannot send Sejuani to go split. And I say we, I mean them. But we gotta make better decision making to try to get back into the game and make it competitive. But now we got Sejuani ultimate coming out, and she goes in the middle of DP Hellfire, and it's gonna result in her going down. But so many lives being taken that her actions have been rewarded. As 3 are dead, and they're looking for more. It's called the Forge guys coming now. Ace over to SS Kraken.
I don't know. I think the split push was actually a pretty good play by the Sejuani there. She was able to get a total of 2 towers, which was substantial for getting the gold back to their team. But that last fight might have been the moment where they lost the light. It's lights out, they've been put to sleep. And we see that there's a window in which the blue team can go through and creep in, securing that Dragon Soul. That's soon appear. I'm currently taking it right now with Kaisa.
Yep, Dragon Soul secured along with bot tier 2. As it look like now, it just they're just man, SS Kraken is just running away with this game. Every time we think it's like a repeat of game 1. Every time we think that they have a chance, they got a window, it just gets snatched from right under them, like every single time. And it's self-inflicted majority of the time. It's not even necessarily like something that SS doing themselves. But so low to SS Kraken, and now with no major objectives on the board, they're gonna be looking to try to push their advantage to get more towers. And hopefully, and see if they'll be able to get their vision line like far past the river, because they do have a little bit on autumn. That's like by the jungle entrances to the river. More so, how can if they'll be able to actually push the line of vision into an enemy jungle, to DP Hellfire jungle, more so around those bluffs and those entryways into the jungle to be able to get those picks if they really want.
Get those picks, they have to use a concept called Future Vision. Future Vision is a warning concept where they put wards in places they believe the opponents are going to be but are currently not. So by knowing where they are, they know where they're not, and they're able to leverage that information to find a chink in the armor, secure a pick, and hopefully a comeback. However, it looks like SSK is staying somewhat tight-knit, putting their carries and squishies and pairing them up with one of the tanks that we have right now. 26 minutes into the game, the score is 26-11 with a near 5k lead, closer to 4k lead in the favor of the blue team, SSK.
Alright, as Orin is now giving another upgrade, finally giving it over to Kaisa. I would have thought that would have been the first one, but instead, it hasn't. But I digress. Kaisa now so far ahead, 11,000 gold, 11.5k to be exact, as she is 6-0-8. Like, this Kaisa should have been probably banned for game 3, because we see why Kaisa was banned borderline permanently against Buzzbill and Busby, as they look for that Croc on that top side, but they're not gonna be able to get him. As 3 items to that Kaisa, where it's only 2 that Kraken Slayer, i.e. over the Jinx. It's gotta be rough being 0-6, and it's gotta be tough, like to be Jinx in this game. But granted, if she's able to get that Lord Dominance regard, and it wouldn't matter anymore. But she has to get there, and that golden comment exactly coming too great right now.
There's a possibility if she's able to secure the shutdown, she might be able to grab it. The Kaisa is just significantly far ahead. We see the Baron coming back into play. Not sure if DPH can safely approach this. Their best call might be just to concede and look for an opportunity to pick somebody or try to defend around their tower.
And Baron being done by SS Kraken. No heroics here. It says one guys, great screen for you. And now Baron over to SS Kraken. Let's see if they push their lead even harder to try to end this game.
See, Lissandra taking a recall. Lissandra does have TP, so she can rejoin with the rest of their team. I see a 3-1 split going right now. Lissandra is going to look to split with her bot lane, pushing all 3 lanes, leveraging their gold advantage. Looks like Kaisa and Brand are up in mid lane alone. This could be an opportunity for a pick if they're able to capitalize on it.
Like, Orin is not gonna care. He's gonna go and try to get that demolished proc no matter what. That top. As he flashes over to call it a 4. Ash finished the kill because he can't get to Orin, but instead Orin's team, Kaisa and Brand, are gonna be there. And bye-bye to the gray screen you go! More boots and belts for everyone. As the Renekton goes down, Fifi dies trying to kill that Orin. And as we got pushing on the boss side, like the inhibitor tower is gonna go down and more than. As good old DP Hellfire is slow to respond. They're just not getting there, but it's way too.
30 minutes into the game, the score is 28-11 with a 7,000 gold advantage being on the blue side, which is Stano Swell Krakens. Stano Krakens. I know there's Stano. I forget what the second S is. Super Stano? They're certainly playing super well this game, or perhaps superb Stano, as they have superb gameplay. Might even call them superior.
And as we look now, we have less than a minute for Elder. Probably looking to try to take that and close the game out with it instead. But as we see, SS Crack has already made their way, already got to the river first, and now DP Hellfire is a forced way through. But all their efforts gonna be futile because there's 2 dead already. Make it 3, make it 4 as a triple. It might be 4. Never mind. Orin gets that one, and that should be games. SS Kraken.
Final score looking to be 33-11. Game closing out before the 32-minute mark. Series is going to be concluded 2-1 in the favor of SSK. Round of applause quickly for both of our teams who played a phenomenal series.
And the Kraken's gonna take this win. They win this semifinal matchup against DP Hellfire. Congratulations to them, to DP Hellfire. Unfortunately, you fought a hard fight, but it doesn't mean anything. Because guess what? You might not be first to finish last, but guess what? You are still you still take this L today to the Krakens. Well, GG's to both. It's been some good games tonight, but unfortunately, everything must come to an end, even that hype game too. So, any thoughts you got, Malice?
I'm thinking about if I were a coach, and I am a coach, what would I say to my team in the face of a challenge like this? It was a very hyped up series. They lost to a matchup that they've beaten before. They had a phenomenal showing, 8-2 in the regular season, and they are now done. Where do you go from here? And what do you tell your team? You pat your guys on the back, say, we did what we can, and all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough? Or do you get frustrated and walk away bitterly, hoping that tomorrow might bring a better day? Either way, thank you so much to our viewers for showing up for today's match. I hope you guys have a fantastic time, and we will see you in the next series.
You guys have a great night.
Is that we're done?